It is Wednesday, my dudes, which means it's time for the stream where D&D stands for Demon Lords and Daddy Issues. It is June the 7th, 2023, session number 54. How's everybody doing?
So good.
So good.
Happy to hear it. What happened last time?
We talked a lot, and Bone Lord.
Boom.
Yeah.
We talked to our dads.
Dad talk?
Dad talk time.
Ted talks about Rook having to change himself.
Yeah.
Dad got a new body.
Progression in relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was like my
Thought
main
Lindsay
note.
would open with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta save it for last. That was like my main notes from last time. I put 2 bullet of that same thing.
Just the
Afraid the
equivalent
Yeah.
of it's finally happening. Like,
For the only note that I put is that Fred's an air elemental, so.
oh,
What do
right.
you mean one of mine? He's one of mine.
that was pretty
What?
good. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Was that planned the entire time? Will we ever know?
What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think you pulled it out of your ass, but we don't know.
Technically
still great,
speaking, all of this is pulled out of my ass. It's just a question
That's
of
true.
when.
That's true.
About
Rendering on the
50% of it is pulled out of my ass precisely 30 seconds before I say it. And the other
Fair enough.
50% of it was pulled out of my ass in July of 2021.
Rendering on the lowest graphic
Wow.
settings, just constantly putting more down as you go.
Yep. Yeah, also, just in case anybody happened to watch the last one and wants to get snippy with me, the necrotic immunity was definitely not working, which is why the Bone Lord was such a pain in the ass. Not my plan. It still
But you
worked,
know what? We pulled through anyways.
but in
Yeah,
retrospect, it does make sense.
Oh, did we just not notice the damage typings and
Yeah.
Nope.
he was just hitting us with everything?
He was
Yeah,
just
that,
hitting like a truck.
that explains why we kept getting nearly one shot.
Yeah.
Yep. The in-universe reason for that, we'll say, is just because the whole area was like a necrotic aura, and that's what you were being protected from, not the damage
Yeah.
that he was actually dealing.
Yeah.
So
Or the in-universe
there.
explanation can just be he was strong as fuck.
Source,
Yeah,
I
he's a
forgot.
really strong guy.
I forgot. Anyway, we move on. So,
Man.
you guys are still in the center of the forest basin. I believe you are... Whoa. Fantasy grounds. I believe you are about to start another long rest after the ordeal.
Yeah.
I gotta get my new body,
Yeah.
Also that.
Oh, yeah.
which is gonna be slightly different from this one.
It's so important to Rook to change.
So you won't be your
just
dad.
a little bit.
Different,
Yeah,
different
because-
enough for it to be a change, but not different enough that I have to get new art.
Yep. Different enough that I won't be my dad.
Makes sense.
We can come back on the 2nd anniversary and update accordingly.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, you guys have a week. If there's anything
Wow.
you would like to discuss or do or make or talk to Araket about, you have that time. And
I would
will
like to
advance
make-
the calendar.
A lot of healing potions.
Yes, I thought you might. I am not going to hit the rest button yet in case spell slots are important.
Yeah, they might be. I have a 6th. Hey, Rook,
Uh,
would you like to make another cool potion?
yeah, which one?
I was gonna see what happens if I just dump heal into it.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah,
Well, that ain't
I
bad
can work
neither.
with that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll use one of my greater healing roots as a base for that.
All right, make your
We'll
rolls.
see what happens.
Be a wisdom check from Cinder. I presume. Oh fuck!
Well,
I will.
I was
Nice.
presuming
myself.
guidance on there.
Alright.
Yep.
Perhaps an inspiration if you've got one spare.
No, I don't.
All
I
right,
use them
well.
all.
32 on your roll means that you're going to get a lot out of the greater healing root that you used. Greater healing is
Okay.
44 plus 4, so we'll just call that a 20. Heal does 60? 70?
70 ends blindness, deafness, disease.
My god. Alright, well. Fuck it. It heals for 100. You got a natural 20 on your alchemy check, so. Even though I was just berating somebody on Reddit today about how you can't crit a ability check, I don't care. It's my game.
Thanks.
You can't crit. I just decided it
As-
sounds fun.
As the alchemist, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the other thing, because like the actual stuff that I have to go off of in the books for what you can do with alchemy is so bare
It's-
bones.
It's rough.
I'm inclined to let you experiment and make stuff that's actually cool. I remember being an artificer.
Yeah. Just afterwards, it's beautiful.
Finally. Fleetwood cheese.
Yeah. I know who needs this. Millicent! Millicent!
Huh? Hmm?
I have a very special potion here.
Ooh.
Do
Yeah.
you have another one right now? Do you have another one? Because I'll take it back if you do.
I don't think so. I think I used it in that fight, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think you did.
We
Yeah,
swapped and I gave her my supreme and then she had to use it to not die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have nothing left for healing potions. I just have like a healer's kit. That's it.
Well then, here you go. Heals. I'll assume it'll get you back to full. You know,
Ooh.
just in my experience, I'm sure it'll get you back to full.
Lindsay,
It
I
feels
have
a
a
little
question
better.
about your inventory. You
Mine.
have Lindsay, Millicent.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have 50 feet of rope, and the location written next to it is tied up guy.
You know, that was probably a while back. I don't remember anymore. As you can see, I've not paid attention.
The location.
I think we used it to tie it up someone, and now I'm not sure if I ever got that back or not.
Well, clearly it's been such a loss to
Just-
not have it.
I was
Yeah.
just curious.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
Leave it
fair.
on that guy.
It probably is. I have different rope. That I have the one for my
Didn't you-
bag.
Yeah, so didn't you get like infinite rope from your thing?
For my bag, yeah. So
What do we need that for then? Yeah.
yeah, so I think that's
I have
why I
so
just
many guys.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was like the one I got in my pack, and I was like, I got my
I
cooler
have-
rope.
I have infinite guys.
And that was 100.
Just curious.
Yeah. It's better to not think about it.
Well, so no, that was a huge success.
Yes.
Do you have any more spells?
Not of significant. I mean, well, actually, I have a fourth.
What can you do with that? Anything super fun or interesting?
I mean, also I could help with that because I get my spells back on the day, so.
Well, if you're interested in like sanctuary,
How does it work? Rook, have we
Or
ever
are-
tried to put a spell into like?
Maybe actually.
Have we ever tried to put a spell into like a poison? Have we done that yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
blight.
the blight one,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Blight.
yeah, like,
It worked.
We could try making a poison of ultimate headache with synaptic static.
how about like arms of is it Hadar?
Hadar. That's whatever
might be
you
a little
want.
harder.
I don't know. It's
That's
I'm
more like
so-
an area
punches
thing,
you.
right?
I was thinking either elemental bane, which makes somebody weak
Oh,
to
yes.
an element for a while, or confusion because funny.
I like elemental bane. Just do it for fire, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Really good point. I was thinking like, what does Millicent do? Acid? Like, duh, fire. First time each turn the affected target takes damage of the chosen type, they take an extra 2d6. Moreover, they lose any resistance to that damage type. That one's not as big of a deal because I overcome resistance anyway.
If it was of any interest to anybody, I can also cast Blink. That might be a somewhat fascinating experiment.
I might like that, yeah.
There's also Stone Skin, but that one has a material component.
Yep, I've thought about that one before too, but the diamond seems rough.
Yeah, perhaps.
But the effect is great.
I would be curious about Private Sanctum. I wonder if you could make that into a potion. Like, protect yourself from being scryed upon or something.
Interesting.
Possibly. Hold on, let me get my...
There's also Aid.
Ingredients. Is what? Aid?
Aid, yeah. Spider Climb would be interesting. I think that's already
also-
like a potion.
I could maybe make use of spider climb at some points.
I also mentioned it last time and we didn't use it, but I still have interest in making an Aura of Life potion.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
resist necrotic and just constantly heal 1 every turn.
Also, something that is a bit more on the mundane side, but probably very useful, invisibility.
Oh.
Ooh.
I would love that.
I can
would
cast
love
that
to
one,
Make an invisibility potion.
That will always be good.
I really got so many days to make this stuff,
Yeah,
but
so there's one that you've used.
Yes.
6 more.
honestly, maybe it'd be better for me to make use of my dad's stuff while he's here with us.
What is the plan after this? Is that strange wet creature going to teleport me somewhere else?
Probably just go home if you want.
Probably be best. Well, at least back to Braddock.
Yeah, back to bed.
Yeah.
I left Andreas there with a lot of questions. And
Ah.
my return will also have a lot more, but...
Are the maps still broken, or can we get a reshare of the...
Oh,
Oh.
if... not...
Oh my. I believe our next plan of action was taking care of one of the demon lords.
Yeah.
One of the less frightening ones sounded like the one that just messed up some animals. Baphomet, right? So.
I mean, I would caution against thinking of any of them as being less frightening than others.
Well,
but,
sure.
But yeah.
What is this other black X besides on the Shattered Lands?
I don't know.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that was
sure
on
if you zoom
Walleye.
out... No, if you zoom out far enough, Black X is Hand Island.
Oh, it is.
That's what it is.
Alright, hold on. I have a new one incoming.
But also, we spent a lot of time in the islands. You know, other timeline.
Reasonable amount, yeah. And
On a
this is
couple
also
of them, anyway.
this is also where we saw alternate Ben, and I'm curious to see
Yes.
what his
we go.
deal is, because his
Yeah.
grandpa is a crazy asshole, but he didn't seem. I mean, I don't know, that's an assumption.
I mean, there's also a chance that he's still just a pirate and he could just be a dick in a different way.
Certainly possible.
Either way,
But
demon
also-
lords are a problem.
Does it sound like a problem?
Yeah.
So I
What,
would have to get
um,
us to an island we've been to.
I did not...
That I've
Well, are we gonna get our flying saucer?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
at some point. But just thinking for like when we leave, where do we want to go?
Oh. Yeah.
I have a little bit of info about what is going on in the islands from Celerio, but it is not entirely up to date.
Okay.
But basically, yeah, the sort of king of the area is Benjamin Tarstak. He was sent down there. There were a couple of like skirmishes between them and the ladder in the first couple of years after the shattering, and then he had sent down a couple of other people to sort of maintain order, and then about five or 6 years ago he sent Benjamin down there, and that seems to be the one that has like maintained some actual peace between the two areas. Like, he seems to be somewhat well regarded by them, although he is still I don't know. I hear conflicting reports about him, but apparently he has a very, very large and imposing ship.
Oh.
And there is also another person down there that nobody knows what his deal is. His ship is called the Survivor, and he is a leader of a crew called the Darkeners. And he does not like the Tostak rule, and apparently has been gathering some friends who also do not like them. So he is sort of a rogue pirate down there. Last I heard, he had a base set up in Shaka. But that was a while ago, but they say his ship is like impenetrable, and that they say you never see him coming. I don't know how much of a problem that will be for you with your flying saucer, but the weather there is also extremely bad.
In what way?
Like, worse than anywhere else. Like, the seas are tumultuous, the skies are unkind. Trying to travel around by air might prove challenging, but...
And we need to install our seatbelts.
That would be wise, yeah. But I do not know much else about the place.
Well,
Other than hearing about some nasty animals.
we want to start at like Tarmaran and get some word on what's going on. And also see what's for sale there, and if our Dragonborn friend is around. Didn't he have something that we wanted? Some sort of...
Gate ring.
Yes. that's
Oh,
what-
yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Just stop there for a night and then see what the word is. And then
Whatever.
I guess head on to maybe Rhino's Eye? I don't know.
Would I remember if there was any trees large enough in Tarmaran to use? Was it like an oasis?
There were some to the north. But the area around Tarmaran was mostly flat. But you did see some few miles to the north. Probably have to do a check to see how well you recalled it, but
Checks. I'm going back in my notes and looking at all of the scries and legend lores I did for a while.
Can I just make 2 checks with my dad to make invisibility potions?
yes, indeed. His checks were both pretty good, and he can use a flash of genius on your 15.
Okay.
At 21. Yeah, you can make 2 potions that will make you invisible for an hour until you cast a spell or attack somebody.
Alright.
Also, while we're here, do we want to retry any scries on people?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Because I still had Valiant as like living a nice life out at a cottage on the beach. So there's that.
Feels like it's around here somewhere, right?
then last time we tried on Clifford, it didn't work. So we could try Clifford again.
Try Mira.
That'd be a good one. I don't think it'll work, but that's a good one.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
Catch her the one time.
Try Ben again. See where he's at.
Looking back at all the things that I legend lord, all the items that interested us,
Oh, yeah.
not a lot that would be easy to double tap in the islands, but there was one in Lake Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
What
was
was
the quill that Celeste was interested in. Belonged to a powerful cleric of the old god of knowledge. Anything you wrote, you could never forget. In her passing, also gained powers from archiving. Would have held on to all the knowledge of Leiroth's magic. He tried to find it in life. Couldn't tell if he succeeded. If he did, it would have been around Lake Hall.
Interesting.
There was some books that you were interested, Rook, that was in a shipwreck somewhere. That
Yeah.
might be in the islands. There was a staff that got brought into a dungeon and lost, and it was related to madness and disease, so that could be Demon Lordy, maybe.
Yeah.
And that was like a healing staff.
Also, we don't have the legend lores on them. Well, actually, I know one of them we do. But like that play we watched when we were in the Feywilds, like all of those characters were, I want to say, saints. Like, we want to look into any of their.
You watched a play in the Feywild?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah,
first
yeah,
time
the
to
whole
theater.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was quite dramatic. It was based on the Ascension, and much to my dismay, it does correlate with some historical things I've read.
Well,
Just
good
pull out
theater
that-
is rooted in truth.
Yes.
Pull out the eyeball. Hey, did you happen to know anybody back then?
Oh, I did, yes. Some of that was accurate.
Oh, did you know some of those people?
Yes, I did. I was quite close to a few of them. I'm
Wow.
surprised they did not depict me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Are you talking to a rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a saint in it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, wow. Which one?
Oh, shoot. Which one are you again?
Saint Alzar.
Alzar.
I do not think I know that one.
You're lost. Hey, I'm sure you don't happen to know where any of the stuff that those guys had, do you?
My vision has been foggy for quite some time, unfortunately. But spend more time, I would probably remember some things.
Okay, alright. He says that if he thinks of any that his friends might have had in that play, then he'll let us know.
Fair enough.
That's great.
Yeah.
Also, one of the ones that I want to remember, because it confused me then and I forgot about it. The flag of the pirates.
Yeah.
Safety and speed upon a ship that carries it. It's in use on a ship, but we're not sure which. The captain of whose vessel it on is someone that one of us has a belonging of.
That is
As
remarkably
a belonging
specific.
of?
Yes, it is remarkably specific, and it feels like we should be able to figure it out, but we didn't take the time when we found out the first time.
Well, what do you have?
I hold up the little notebook. This is the
The
guy,
one where someone jumped off a Mintalk or whatever?
the crazy guy who survived the prison and survived the fall into the depths, and now there's some speedy, stealthy ship captained by a guy called the Survivor.
Well, the ship is called that, but
Oh, the ship is. I thought it was.
I mean, still,
This
that's
is my guess.
that would be a
Yeah.
remarkable coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, for it to be any of the things that we have, it has to be by nature.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. It would be remarkable coincidence if all of those things lined up and it wasn't him.
Oh, yeah.
Unless one of you is carrying some other thing that seems boaty.
No.
I just got Steve.
I have my
Okay.
pipe puzzle. Also a chalkboard. Yes, you are very proud of your chalkboard.
I have a
Unless
lot of
somebody-
things, but 0 of them are boat related.
Unless somebody has something of Ben's.
Not just the sending stone to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
sure,
the
that
redoubt
counts.
cloaks that we have.
I think it's probably you and the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me interested.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it sounds like we should head on down to Shaka
Mm-hmm.
after Tamaran.
Ben to Shaka? What was it on the other side?
It
This is the
wasn't.
first time I've heard that name.
Okay. There wasn't an island there on the other side?
No.
Mm-mm.
Or was there an
I've
island?
never heard of Shaka or Wolfmark.
Was there an island in the depths there on the other side?
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know shit about that. So if that was already, this is validating my assumption even further, because if he lives on an island that was originally on the depths and it was the guy that fell into the depths and then all the rest of the islands landed back home, this feels right.
Yeah.
All right, so
Here
I
is
don't know if
another
I could get us to Tamaran.
copy.
Thank you.
There we go.
Where did we spend time before? Rocinante mostly.
Yeah.
We spent some time on Fletcher's Point. That was one of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky Lord's like resort thingy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Westport, I believe.
And then Rhino's Eye was where we met the Eye.
No, that was in Rocinante.
No,
That was on
Rocinante.
That was Rocinante. Okay,
Yeah.
Rhino's Eye was like the capital.
that's right.
Where you met with Mary Mac.
Yeah.
So I could probably get any of those that we spent a decent amount of time on.
I don't want to pop up right in the capital. So maybe Rocinante.
Could I do Tanagra? There was palm trees and such, if I recall.
Yeah, I think there were over by the outside area.
That'd certainly be interesting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
There's
believe.
some people that had the big old weapons there too of the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you were in Rhino's Eye. You helped Ed out in Sanders Drift, and you helped Hassan at Fletcher's Point. And I think you also helped Eastgate. Helped Mira out at Eastgate. And you've obviously been to Rocinante and Tanagra.
Yeah.
I think those are where I could get us. So if we have interest in Tamaran, which is fine with me, we'd probably have to fly there.
Yeah.
Because we flew over it the first time and I didn't spend any time in those trees to the north. It would have a connection to one. I could try, but it would be kind of a crapshoot.
Let's just end up in Tanagra and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did just use my 6th on heal, so after we did the long rest, then I can take us
Yes,
there.
of course. Alright. Father, what else did you have spell-wise again?
Aid, I don't know, Dark Vision, Blink, Haste.
Haste. Haste will work. Yes. We do a haste.
Could certainly try, yeah.
Alright.
Oh. Again.
Yeah, I'll say that you make a potion that will grant you the effects of haste for 30 seconds. So 5 rounds.
Does it make you tired after still?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
He did not roll very well.
Oh. Arthur.
How could you?
Alright. I can make 3 more potions. Or poisons, I suppose. Celeste, do you have anything you're working with over there that can be super good?
For potions or poisons?
Yeah, we should probably make 1 more potion for
Well, in that
actual
case-
healing.
In that case, I can just do another cure wounds then.
Yes, please.
So that'd be at 5th level.
Great.
Oh.
Be a
Greater
wisdom from
heal.
you.
Yeah, I got it.
Greater healing, you said?
Yeah, so 44 plus something. I have a 15, a 25, and the other one was a 40. Because we rolled really good, I guess.
I'll say that will heal you for 68 plus 4.
Okay. Great. One more. Let's see. Millicent!
Yeah.
We haven't spent any time together potion making. How about you and I make a potion, huh?
Yeah. Are we making another poison? Or
What
Something
spells do you know again?
Sanctuary and Arms of Hadar?
What does Arms of Hadar do?
Smacks
Arms.
people.
Tendrils, the dark energy comes out from you. It's like a, I think it's like a 10-foot.
It's just like a little self-centered AoE.
Yeah.
And I think it prevents reactions.
Yes. If you take necrotic damage, it cannot take reactions till its next turn.
Can I just make a basic poison of that, but just like, I don't know,
Sure.
make some tentacles in them?
See what happens.
Whatever would happen with Arms of Hadar, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let's find out.
We could try.
Oh.
Alright, Millicent.
Oh no,
Be very
I'm rolling
careful with this
something.
stuff. Yes.
Okay. I haven't really used this spell a lot, so
I don't think
used
you've
it at
used
all?
it ever.
No. I haven't. I've used
Okay,
Sanctuary once or twice. Alrighty.
I want you to have to channel that energy that you've never used into this very precarious situation. I'm sure it'll be
try
fine.
My
It'll be
best.
just fine.
Alright, Dad, don't feel me now. What do I roll for this? Wisdom?
Strength.
Okay.
I know
Good.
exactly what I'm doing here, Millicent.
Just a check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure? That is so on brand, though.
Rook, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh. That's a -1. Okay, 17.
I was like, I don't have a high. Oh, yeah.
When you said that's a -1, I thought you meant that
You
was your
just
total, and I was
succeed.
like, oh.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage as Millicent just straight up casts the spell on you guys instead of actually putting it.
I said channel it! I said channel it!
I'm trying to channel it! I thought I was channeling! It's like...
So unfortunately today you cannot make a potion as you
Yes, that's
spend
right.
all this time putting all this stuff together and then to just
Sounds about right. Maybe we should have done Sanctuary instead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably should have done Sanctuary. Yeah. I'll do that next time, yeah. Good try. Good try.
At least I know it works.
Oh, it works, yeah.
it's a bummer.
Eh. That's where all the 20s went to mine one. And that was the balance.
It made perfect sense.
Yeah. That's why it was just like it was meant to be that
Yeah.
it worked out that way. I'm satisfied with it.
Alright, well. You go rest up, Millicent. You expended all that energy. I'm gonna go get a new body now, I guess.
Have fun!
Alright, yeah.
That's
Alright, guys, I'm
something.
ready.
What do you want?
I'll give it my basic description.
Which is
So I guess something more resembling of what my father is now. Younger, a little bit more with Ophelia side on there.
okay. Yeah, so
Shorter
that would
hair.
be it'd be like slightly more angular features, perhaps a slightly deeper brow, more elven side to it, as you're like a 3/4 elf.
Yeah, yeah.
Shorter cut hair, probably a little bit darker to match his.
Yeah.
And will probably take about a day if you would like.
Sounds great.
Undergo the same process as he did, but a bit different, as the situation is a little different. It should
Can't
work.
wait. Okay.
Kind of just set down on that same kind of a mound that he brings up out of the dirt.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll come back as a new man.
Okay.
Don't forget
Good night.
about us.
Are you gonna be okay?
Well, he put a should in there, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I haven't done something like this before.
Me neither.
But I should have a better handle on your essence than his, so 90%.
All right, I'll take it.
That
What's
is-
the 10% though?
We'll find out if we find out.
All right, 90%. Oh, well, I should roll that D1.
You can go ahead and roll that for me if you'd like. But you just don't want to get below 10.
I knew it. I knew I would. I knew it.
Amazing!
I knew I would.
no.
Of course.
Oh, well, let's roll that. Let's roll that reincarnation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my
swear.
god.
Oh my god. I should have
Alright.
known.
Oh, man.
All right. What's that table? Is that
All
another
that
one?
Let me pull it up.
All right.
Let me see if I want to change anything on it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a more in-depth one, you know.
Yeah, you know,
somewhere.
let's see.
Whew. Okay.
You know, I can come back as like a goblin or something. I don't know.
Don't put that into the
Here we
universe.
go.
Yeah. No kidding.
Maybe
So
one with
let's-
a 4/4
Celeste
shot.
just finally comes to terms with
Yeah.
the relationship with Rook, and now he's like, meh.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Roll
Time.
roll one for me.
Oh my god. Oh, that was so close to
Order 66.
Well, by the normal take.
You know what? Here's the deal. I'll have you roll 2, and then I'll message you
Yeah.
with the options, and I'll let you pick.
Sounds great. 81. Looks like those are great options.
I think I know which one you're gonna pick, but
Just to get.
Oh, but it's so tempting.
I know.
I think just for humor's sake, the second one.
Okay. I appreciate the commitment.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, I'm scared.
You see Rook just kind of...
Should I change my voice for it?
Oh, absolutely, you should.
Oh no.
You see the vines just kind of go up and around him. You see Araket just kind of kneel down and concentrate for a while, and then you just hear, I did say 90%.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This is complicated.
Oh.
Can you...
With Isaac, I was placing him back into the body that his soul was created from. With this,
10%.
10%? Sometimes things, this can be fixed. Look, if you would like to describe what they see emerge after several hours of this, it's up to you.
Yeah. It's a little, you know, little hand shoots on through the the mound there. A little red scaled hand.
That's what I said.
Just come on through as a short little red kobold.
How?
Oh my god.
How?
That doesn't look right.
Oh.
man, no it doesn't.
Oh dear.
This is a little off from my description.
You just see Zark's boy just like pop out and just pound on the ground. Look at him! He looks like me!
I don't think I can work with this.
I don't think she can work with it either. If you want to stay for another week or so.
Yeah, I think maybe if we can
Yeah.
shoot for another another roll of the dice here.
You just see, here's that.
It's I'm new here.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hey.
I'm Casa Jumbo.
Oh
I'm with them. I'm like their main guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're like best friends. You'll integrate though.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey, where are your clothes, by the way?
Oh, I think they're in there still.
Oh.
They probably
I
don't
think
fit
they're a
anymore.
little too big. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Hold on, let me just get my little bundle of clothes and.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be tenable, even though it's amusing. I don't think we should. Yes, I'm sorry. I have not done this before.
Full trust on you to do something next time, maybe better than this. I don't know.
Yes.
I think I'll settle for whatever now, other than this. But
I wouldn't put that out in the world.
all right, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
He said 10% and he managed to land below that, so...
Yeah, it seems that way, huh?
Just
So-
a bit.
So did this just reincarnate him? Because that's a pretty big change. I know of that magic.
It was a modified version of it that didn't require death.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Transference of consciousness into a newly created form. Unfortunately, that does mean the old form is gone. So
Whatever.
we'll have to just start from scratch. That was
Do we
my
just
body.
kill him and then do it that way?
Well,
Well,
I
that
mean,
doesn't seem safe.
we have a week, and I have some 5th levels. Let me try something before we do that. I would like to have scried with my charges before the end of the long rest,
Yeah.
so that I could get them back. But I
Okay.
will. We can just keep rolling with this if we want to.
Yeah, and then we
because
could go back.
Yeah.
My understanding of reincarnate is you need a dead thing or a portion of the dead thing from which the new bodies can grow.
what are you insinuating?
You don't necessarily have to die, but I need a dead part of you. Well, now you have
Well-
scales.
Well, it says you touch a piece of a dead humanoid.
Oh. I was hoping it could have a dead part, build a body, and then it even has, like, if the soul is willing, Rook could see the body and be like, not willing.
I mean, you could certainly try. Ericet's here, so who knows?
Is there anything we could do to help
Stretch.
with this process, by the way? Aside from...
I mean, if he could still sing, he could inspire.
Ah.
Sing his tune.
Shrimp 2.
I don't have anything off the top of my head. Hold on. I gotta pull up my my list.
A murder list?
No. I have a different list. I have one with actual songs on it.
You see my confusion though, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
You have a
Very
murder
list-
list?
List-oriented fellow.
Oh, I don't have any for me though.
Don,
Just
it is very
sing.
important to inspire yourself most of all.
Uh,
Your skin is very strange.
yeah.
Scales.
Hold on. So people do something else. I gotta change the lyrics in this one real quick, and then I got one.
Dragon tails, dragon.
Oh, that's the one.
I fucking knew it.
With the voice.
So what else is going on with you guys?
Well,
You wanna
during the last week,
do
I
some
scribed
scrying?
this
Yeah.
thing. One of the things that can increase your chances of scrying is having a possession of somebody. I would like to use the book and scry on its person.
Okay.
Mm.
What does that do for the saving throw?
-4. However,
Alright.
I probably only know of him secondhand, so +5, so net of +1.
Okay. What's your DC?
Probably not good enough. 17? That doesn't sound right.
Could be higher than that, I think. It might be 17
that's what-
actually. 8 + 4 + 5, yeah. It does not work. The first time, anyway.
Hmm. I guess I have more days.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we needed? Because otherwise I'll just keep trying, because now I'm curious.
No, I don't have anything else.
Yeah. I can't really see the sky here because otherwise I was just star mapping, so
One of the days I'll use the charges instead of scrying to Legend Lore Baphomet.
Mm.
Alright.
I should reread Legend Lore and make sure it can work that way, but name or describe a person, place, or object. Yeah, it's a person. Significant lore.
Close enough, anyway.
Yeah. Seems like it would apply.
I do think you did that before. But, at
I
any
don't
rate,
think I Legend Lord him. I think we just figured out where they all were.
I thought you had...
I think we did Legend Lore.
Legend
on a lot of them.
Did we? Okay.
It would have told you that... I can give you more detailed information at any rate now that you're doing it another time, but basically he ruled a layer of the Abyss called the Endless Maze. He was the Prince of Beasts and specifically Lord of Minotaurs. An embodiment of savagery.
Oh, there we
And
go.
he really just wanted people to be violent and brutal. And so he had been known to affect people's minds in that way. He also has a specific rivalry with Yinogu, as they both have a similar niche. And generally commands beasts. As well as monstrosities. Which are beast-y.
And could I get anything about, like, his presence on this plane?
Usually, he commands a handful of powerful minions who anchor his presence to the world.
I'm sure that'll be no problem.
Sounds like at least I was worried that this was all going to be a bit ethereal, but that at least sounds like something we can directly affect and kick out and have a solution to, as opposed to, you know, strangle gem.
Yeah, from what you know, each of the demon lords insinuates their presence in the material plane in different ways. And with Baphomet, it's ever straightforward. Like, he's got minions, you kill the minions, you can get rid of his foothold. The others all have different ways of being present. Although, with his similarity to Yinogu, you imagine it might be something similar for him as well.
Well, there we go.
We could work with that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the days, however many I had, I think 4, I would try to just keep trying to scry on this guy, whose name I never found out.
Second time, you have success.
All right.
There.
You see a figure standing at the helm of a ship. Rather stout ship, but no less impressive. It's just, it seems small but well armored and quick. He is a Shah man from Shavirik, kind of dark, very tall and broad. Seems to be probably in his, maybe in his early 60s. He has this long red and gray dreads that go down to the middle of his back, that just kind of sway in the wind around him. He has some like golden bangles tied up in them at certain places. Can't see much around him, but you can see that he seems to very frequently, as he sails, take out a notebook that looks remarkably like the one that you have and write some notes in it in a language that you do not know. That is probably all you get from your first little 10-minute window there of being able to see what he's doing. Seems to be calling out orders to some figures around him, but none of them ever get close enough for you to make out any details. Okay. But he does seem to have a pretty small crew.
I have several more tries. I'll keep trying and see if I can get like an area.
Try to suss out more detail.
Yeah, I just see if I can find like a general region. If I can see anything that I could identify and use for that kind of thing.
I'm just gonna keep rolling and see how many successes you get. How many more times did you have?
3 more after that.
Alright, you get 2 that work and 1 that doesn't. With the other 2 that work, the first time you seem to catch him in the middle of something, as you see him just kind of gazing out with a spyglass over the ocean ahead, which seems in turmoil and moving violently. Just kind of goes up next to another person who seems to have an enormous axe at their back, and just kind of pats them on the shoulder and then yells out something. You're kind of taken aback for a moment as you see he seems to be giving orders to Jensung, as she just kind of nods to him and then runs back to the prow of the ship. Immediately, you see him just kind of like still gazing out oversea, making notes on his notebook, and you can see the prow of the ship begins to rise out of the tumultuous water and continue as the whole ship seems to be lifted into the air. And that's about what you see. The third time, the next day, you catch another glimpse of his daily operations, and you see he seems to be sitting at the center of the ship on a stool, just kind of chatting with a few other people. You see Jensung is immediately on his left, and then on his right is somebody that you don't recognize. Just a human man, kind of paler skin, a little shorter. He seems to be just kind of explaining, divvying out of particular things and asking people to go and check on other areas. He also seems to be sitting around a pile of crates and boxes and some small strong boxes. Seems like a haul that they picked up from something. And as you notice throughout all of these, you've been on a ship before, so you have experience with it. And throughout each of these times that you're watching, you something seems off, something seems strange, and you can pinpoint what it is on the third attempt as you realize the deck of the ship is not swaying or moving in any way. Like, it's just completely still. The ship does seem to be advancing through the water as waves splash up the side periodically, but the whole thing is completely stable.
Actually, an effect of the thing. Interesting. I found Jensung.
Oh,
Oh.
She's on the Survivor with the notebook guy that I was looking for.
Oh.
And the ship, I think, maybe flies?
how did they
Whoa.
get it to fly?
I don't know, it looked like a regular ship mostly, but small and armored, but it was very stable, and in one of the times I was watching them, they were in what looked like tumultuous or stormy waters and just kind of...
Pretty cool.
would explain why nobody sees them coming.
Yeah.
But the stormy waters check for the islands. So maybe we can
Yeah.
get lucky?
Hopefully. I mean, maybe we'll just see him in the sky with us.
Or that. That sounds frightening.
I mean, if no one else is flying around up there.
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be a whole thing of like, if a flying ship sees another flying ship when they thought that they're the only ones to exist, we're gonna come across them.
I think we should definitely try Shaka, though, because your father mentioned his information perhaps being dated, but if he's clearly still in the islands, so at least that part of it's still sound. Might as well check and see if the rest is.
Yep, good point to start.
Did you want to try doing something?
Oh yeah, you want to try the reincarnate thing? It's a bit of an abuse of the spell, but if there's ever a place to do it.
Yeah, explain to me what you're doing again. Sorry.
So reincarnate, you need to touch a dead person or a piece of a dead person,
Yeah.
and then you make a new body, and they have the choice, if the spirit is willing, whether or not they wish to inhabit it.
Uh-huh.
Well, we are in a place of life and nature, and with Araket already being able to manipulate the spell, I'm wondering if maybe I use a dead piece of a living person, if I could give you a dice roll on the body and make something without having to kill you first.
It is possible.
It's a stretch, but
Toss
we have...
for some of my scales on the ground and you make a body out of it.
I would try.
I mean, why not, right?
It does have a consumed component. Could I... It's That's something I could scavenge materials for and make here, finding rare plants and pressing for oils and anointment things.
You could, yeah. It would take a while.
I imagine it would take most of the week, and then I
Yeah,
could
you
maybe
could do
give
that for the rest
one
of the
shot
week. Yeah, sure.
before
Fuck
we're
it.
done.
Why not?
Okay.
I don't know what an unguent is, but I imagine it's
I
like
had to
a
I had to
perfume or
Google it,
something.
too. Yeah, basically, it's
Okay.
like a
A greasy
Like-
substance used as ointment or lubrication.
and usually apparently used to treat like topical wounds and burns.
All right, you can make your magic lube.
Great.
Thanks.
It'll help you get the scales off.
Don't
You want me
like
to sing
that.
you my song to inspire you?
It certainly won't make it worse. Well, I
Alright.
suppose that depends on the song.
Dragon tales, no more time for dragon tales. Please make me a new hand and take me out of Dragonland. Now go find that expensive lube.
I don't know what I was expecting. All right. Well, go ahead and roll a wisdom check, Cinder, with that inspiration under your belt.
Inspired.
And it's
Oh,
it bounced off the 1 to a 19.
Wow.
This is just too good. I'll throw a flash of genius on that to bring you to a 36, 37.
Wow.
So you will be able to do this with that wonderful inspiration and the presence of Araket at hand to assist with the process. And Rook, you can go ahead and roll 2 more D100s for
Oh
me.
my
Ah,
god.
yeah.
Rick, you
Ah,
have one
Celeste.
job.
Celeste, a little kiss for good luck, huh?
All right, re-roll the 83 because that's Kobold
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, again, I think I know which one you're gonna pick of these, but
Hey, the second one.
okay.
Yeah.
What did you not pick that took that little time to consider?
We need to move the plot along here. so-
Yeah, there you go. The-
The other one
You-
was dwarf.
You do see the body, the scales kind of begin to glow, and vines just kind of burst up from the ground and immediately just kind of form another hollow cocoon. And you just get this weird experience where you just see a body appear there that looks a whole lot like what Rook was just describing, although notably slightly less angular features, no pointed ears. It seems to just be a straight up human.
Oh, wow.
I'll take it. I'll
Just kind
take
of
it.
leaves a little fig leaf over the sensitive area.
Wow.
That does seem to be slightly more reliable. I can probably transfer that over if you
Please.
go sit by it. Yo, this is weird, man. This has been the weirdest week.
Over and sit next to my.
Kobold Rook
my
just
body
goes
behind.
sit, hugs his own nude self.
Transfer.
Just go ahead and roll me 1 more D100, please.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Good enough.
Okay.
This time the transformation is a little bit more violent as you guys just see the kobold form of Rook just get immediately like impaled on a vine as there's the vine's tip just begins to glow before it just thrusts back down right straight into the chest of the other form, and immediately it sputters awake.
Okay. A little. Okay. You know what? Whatever. I'm a human now. I'll take it.
Just wanted to make it faster this time.
Yeah.
Are you alright with this, or do you want to wait and try again?
Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'll take it. Humans just fine.
Alright.
Alright. New me, everyone. Not that old one, though. Let's just all forget about that.
How could I?
See Isaac just come up with like a piece of cloth. Like, here
Thank
Yeah.
here
you.
you go. Just, like,
Thank
wraps
you.
a cloak around you.
Thanks. Alright.
Well, here's your normal clothes. I think we could try to, like,
Oh, yeah.
tailor them, or...
Yeah. Can work with that.
Unfortunately, you won't trounce anymore, I'm sorry.
What? He,
That is
he never did in
unfortunate.
the first place.
That is unfortunate.
He sure didn't.
That's unfortunate.
He sure didn't.
You're so right.
I'm gonna be sad.
Hmm.
Well,
I am
guess I'll
very...
just have to get used to sleeping.
I did.
Yeah. Well, it's enough of this place, huh? Let's go leap back into danger.
It has been 2 weeks, but...
I think it's just been like one at this point.
Oh, okay. You just had to start at the start of the next week.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we? Are we picking up our ship at the edge or something? Or Casa Jumbo, can you teleport my dad home?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna need some more juice from someone, but yeah, I can do that.
Could you like teleport us to our ship as well, like a pit stop?
If you want to wait a while between, I could just hang out with your dad for a while after that.
Dad?
I mean, sure. Casa Jumbo just like floats closer to him, just like looking right at him.
We'll become fast
can also-
friends.
We can hang out. Yeah.
With my
so-
dad.
Unfortunately, if you want to talk more to Andreas, there's not a teleportation circle. But I do have that spell, otherwise, if you want to use it.
I mean, there is a teleportation circle in the town, right? In Tom's house?
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he gave us that. That's right.
Wasn't there some caveat about him being nude after a certain point of
Yeah,
time?
but he's not in town right now, I'm sure.
If you say so. Well, that's an option, just so you know.
Yeah, it's a solid option.
Well, that one, please.
Alright. Well,
Alright,
you
Casa
win.
Jumbo. To the ship. A teleportation circle for you, Dad. And done that.
That's
And
a
I guess
long
we-
ways to the ship. I'm gonna need some magic.
Oh yeah. No
Like a
problem.
lot.
I gotcha.
I mean,
How much is a lot?
Like, 25 levels worth should do it.
25. Casa
That's a
Jumbo.
long way. It took us so many days to get here.
Cat,
mean-
can you a little help, please?
I can do 10
I-
of them at least.
I
Wait,
just
no, 15.
did all of that
I know.
with the kobold. I
Oh,
know it
that's
didn't
true.
work very well, but
That's true. Well, I can contribute 5.
I can do 5. No, yeah, total of 5 I can do.
Is it? And this is what we're like setting out with. So everything that we feed into him, we're just not gonna have.
I mean, if I just burn everything I have, I can get up to like 21. And one of those would be long rest, but otherwise I could just sleep and get those spells back.
How is it 21? Oh, because you have a
synaptic.
6.
Or yeah, the 6, the mental
I was
prison. So,
confused.
I would keep the long rest one and not give it to Casa Jumbo because we're
Okay,
not-
well then that will just be 15.
Pastor Jumbo, what if I just gave you a magical item?
What flavor?
It's a weapon.
Okay.
Is that fine?
How magical is it? That's all I care about.
It's a +1.
That's okay.
Hold
That might
on.
be like 2 or 3 levels worth.
Hold on now. I'm sure
Okay.
I have something else.
I've got a foldable boat that I don't think we've ever used, and we
Oh.
probably
Oh, we
won't
crossed
need.
that one river with. I made that. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also helped to make a flying boat, which is so much better.
I did not have anything to do with that, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. He did it first.
That was the other Zeltish man.
Would you like a rare item? Does
Oh,
that
that'd be
help?
good. Yeah, well,
Oh.
that's so much
Just
better.
give my Ring of Honor. I don't use it that much, so I'm willing to part with that.
What is that?
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, exactly, I haven't used it that much.
I don't think you've used it at all.
No,
Wow.
because it's like when
Well, that
if I
covered
get
that
to
so
0 hit points, it restarts, and I can never get enough to what I need to use it, and I'm like,
Didn't you guys like spend a lot of money on that at
I'm
the?
sure we did.
I'm sure we
I
did, but I'm
grasped
like, if we want to save spells, this is an option for us. I don't have to give it, but
Does it do?
I used it like once, I think.
I think it may be the case that we just forgotten about that.
That sounds like one of those.
It holds up to
turn.
5 charges. It gains a charge each time you slay a small or larger hostile creature.
Well, the problem is we haven't fought like big groups of people, or if not, I don't make the kill, so I don't like rack it up as fast.
Well, yeah, but they don't go away.
No, but then I do go unconscious because I get hit a lot, so it just restarts because I have been keeping track and I just cannot break. Only once I was able to
Oh.
get to 5.
Well, perhaps we should just
That's the
do
problem
this
with
to a
that.
slug.
I did it though. Yeah, that'd be good.
So it's like we spent a lot of money, but also I'm like
Up
it's
to you,
been kind of hard
Mason.
for me to attain. So
That'd be good. That sounds
If it's
So that
never
you-
had a use thus far, then
I've only used it once. I know I've used it once, but it's really good. But with
Yeah.
what we've been fighting recently, it's just been harder to. And then I keep dying in between, so it just kind of resets the number.
give to Jumbo.
So
Good friend.
I'm willing to part with this so you guys can keep your spells.
Yum yum.
I mean-
I'm fine with it.
It's like, sorry we wasted that money, but also this is good for travel, I guess, now.
We'll
So
come
I
across
guess
more
it's
money.
good. I mean, I guess it is going to good hands because you guys don't have to waste spells, so.
My
I
hands
get
are
it.
so good. They're never better.
Alright,
That's
it's
probably
gone.
good for at like 20 levels a spell.
I can go ahead and give the rest then because
Oh yeah, it just comes back on short.
mine comes back tomorrow. So
There you go, Casa Jumbo.
He just like takes the ring and just like pushes it into himself.
uh,
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
I like that.
Oh yeah. The spell?
yep. Do you have a preference?
What's that?
A lot. Synaptic static. Cure wounds. Blight. Sickening radiance.
Blood sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Microwave that ring for him.
Good blight,
Okay.
blight sounds good.
Okay. I go ahead and cast blight.
Oh yeah. Alright, let's do it. Everybody grab her.
Okay.
Goodbye, giant space deer.
Bye.
Thank you, Arquette.
Thanks for the new body.
Sorry
I know.
about everything, but good luck
It happens, you know.
and thank you.
be back.
And you guys touch down at the edge of the forest once more. The air is cooler, thinner. And you feel different, but not bad.
Wow.
And you do seem to be basically where you met up with him at Cinder's old village.
Hmm.
You know how to get there from here?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is probably where we have to part ways.
Yeah.
Such sweet sorrow.
Well, now you get to
Yeah.
rest now and not deal with creatures, right?
Yeah. Features. Don't smile because it's over. Cry because it happened. Wait, I said that wrong.
Okay.
We get the meaning. It's quite alright.
Okay. It was nice to meet your dad.
Are you
Yeah.
talking to me or Sid?
I already knew your other dad.
Uh,
Yeah, it was, I'm going to be honest, very weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Makes sense.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to where I come from for a while, because being on this plane has been tiring.
Okay.
So, I'll see you around.
Hey, go catch that play.
Yeah, I'll tell Baranon you said hi.
Yeah.
He just, like, folds in on himself and just... Your first time seeing the teleport happen without being part of it, and it's disconcerting.
Of course it is.
Just kind of, like, folds into himself and then just...
Huh.
I'll have to try to forget that.
I do not like Casa Jumbo.
Oh. Oh, we're on the same page. Don't you worry
Ah.
about it.
Somebody
It's
said
a
it.
mutual feeling.
Yeah. Well, he was a useful bus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Sure
was.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Spells and sanity. So I'm good to start walking away from this. That way he doesn't just pop back up.
Yeah. Oh, could you send my dad home first, please?
Oh, yeah, of course. Since I have spells left over now, I'll go ahead and cast teleportation circle to Tom's tower.
While you're kind of doing that, he'll just kind of go over to Rook.
Oh, Dad, it's been a blast.
Yeah, it is good to be back to some normalcy
Yeah.
and not be staring at myself all the time.
Yeah. I'm glad about all that too. I'm super glad I'm not a kobold.
Yeah,
That would have been weird.
that was strange.
Yeah.
How is everything else good?
Oh yeah, you know, making a lot of things. Everyone else is contributing. Millicent tried.
I saw that.
You know, she's learning though.
Good.
Me too. I know things with me and Celeste are going good. You know.
That's what I heard.
I heard. Who'd you hear it from?
Buckles.
Hmm.
What? Buckles.
He says
Alright.
people just sort of forget about him when he's in a room.
That's true. Yeah. I do forget about him. Oh, and maybe Fred. Maybe Fred is an air element. Oh, there he is. Maybe Fred is an air elemental.
What?
Yeah,
I thought he was just a bird.
me too. But
Does explain how he
Now,
just disappears from time to time.
yeah, that's what our cat said.
Sometimes for like 20 sessions.
Yeah. He must have had somewhere better to be.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So no,
Sort of.
me and Fred, we'll bond.
It's pretty convenient, but
Yeah.
pretty lazy if you ask me. But yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Whole crew. Oh yeah, you're doing good over there, and whatever that place is called.
Radok, yeah, it has been
Yeah.
good. They are holding up, and I have been contributing, which feels good. And put my hands to work again.
Any more goo stuff?
Reports, but nothing on our side, luckily.
Oh, good. Has my brother? Has he come in since the last time? Popped in and said hi?
I got some messages from him. He's back up in Ziegland.
On this side?
Yeah, he's been over here.
Has he been to the other side? Or does he tell you about that?
He generally knows that I don't like to hear about it, but I think he has not had much luck.
Well, I guess if you get a little message, you can feel free to say that we're heading down to the islands.
Okay.
Just in case he wants to meet up.
Yeah, I'm sure he would enjoy that.
Great.
We're going to deal with some demon things.
Yeah. And we already took care of one, so.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't tell you about that. Yeah. Haven was real fucked up.
Oh.
People were running around strangling each other,
Oh dear.
left and right, A lot of murder. But, we came out fine.
So how did you get rid of it?
I was gonna, yeah. When I say we dealt with him, he's in Millicent's backpack. So,
There's a demon lord?
Yeah.
In Millicent's backpack.
yeah, he's in a little, like a pearl. or
How's
something.
how's that teleportation circle coming?
Uh,
You have a plan for that, right? You're not just...
Yeah, that's this next place that we're going to. That's the plan.
What is the plan?
Have one demon smack the demon and break it.
And you think that will work?
Super confident about it. 100% it'll work. 99%.
No, the last 90% thing worked really well, so...
Well, this time it's not going to be me doing it. It's going to be Millicent. And she has better luck than me, I think. So.
Okay, well...
We'll deal with it somehow. Dom.
Have
Don't
fun
you
with
be
that.
worried about it.
I will report back to Cameron the salient points of that.
Alright. Oh, he doesn't have to know that we're carrying around a demon.
He will not, but he might like to know more of the specifics about what went down in Haven.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Tom's checking it out, so.
Yeah, he is weird, but strangely intelligent.
Yeah.
Well, Andreas has been helpful around town as well. He's a bit shook up, but he seems to be doing better over the last couple of weeks since he got there.
Mm.
He has wanted to go back and pick up Dodric from the Neustrand. So we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck with Baphomet.
Thanks. It'll go great.
I'm going to have to get used to making facial expressions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of people who don't do that.
That's true. Ophelia was one of those.
It's true, we met her.
Well, she had some facial expressions when we mentioned about the whole Greenville
Yeah.
fire situation.
I experienced indifference and anger.
Those
Quite
are the
impressive.
main ones.
Yeah.
I miss her. All right.
Yeah. I don't think Tom likes me very much, just by the way.
I don't blame her.
Bye now. See you later.
Bye. Just kind of gives you a hug. Just kind of nods to the rest of you. Buckles? Just kind of steps on the teleportation circle. Pops out. Back to the core group.
That's right. We're all here.
Really hope Tom didn't finish his job early, and now this could be a really uncomfortable situation.
Well, it had been some time, to be real, so...
Yeah, and he's not gonna know who the fuck that is.
Oh yeah. He can explain though, at least.
Maybe
I
he's
hope.
not. Maybe he's not.
Well, we're gonna get a very fun sending right now.
Well, didn't Tom have to be there? Like, he's fixing a teleportation circle, right?
He was.
Didn't that take like a year?
Oh, I guess so, huh?
Depends.
Hmm.
Already
He is Tom.
mostly there, so I mean,
Yeah.
who's to say?
I'm sure he's fine.
Now where
Right,
are we
so-
going?
Now,
Shaka.
Shaka, right?
Shaka.
I can free thing us to a different island, or we can just fly.
Well, we could just fly. I think it.
We'll probably have our ship.
There was some talk of reducing it
Yeah.
to carry it through a tree.
Did we need King for that?
Whoops.
I mean, you could say that you had him do that before he left if you wanted.
Okay.
We had.
So,
To be fair.
did we want? How can we guesstimate how long it would take us to fly the whole way to the islands?
I mean, it took you a couple of days to get here, so somewhere around that, probably.
So either we spend a couple of days, or I burn my 6th level.
I'm fine spending a couple of
I
days.
mean, we're not in a
honestly.
particular hurry, are we?
No.
I
No.
don't think
At this
so.
point, it's not like it's gonna get more fucked,
Yeah.
right?
Let's just fly on down to Shaka.
Yeah, we don't have any particular deadlines in this case.
Other than the whole "we've been in a parallel universe for 4 months" thing.
And there's
Yeah.
a war going
Yeah.
on.
There's
Yeah.
a war and the crazy deer thing that's gonna kill my people eventually.
Hey, but we'll get back to that, alright?
Eventually.
First, we need to lose this demon in our backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any demon we deal with now, we wanted to deal with later. So, at least that's what I'm hoping.
I mean, I think that's true.
At least one more.
Well,
I guess I should say at least one.
one more than 0,
Yeah. Hopefully two.
ideally.
Alright. Well,
Up and away.
up and away. Let's go, Dwayne.
Okay.
The pilot. And while we're here, we're in the air. Fred, this is your domain.
Make a wisdom
It's time
check.
to connect. I hope the check doesn't have to ever be a 20. Oh, wait, no, I guess I could technically do that.
But you didn't.
12.
Yeah, well,
It's
he
just a
doesn't. He
straight
doesn't.
roll.
He doesn't spend the whole time looking away from you.
Wow. I'm getting eye contact, guys.
I mean, have you just tried giving it, like, I don't think I've actually seen that eat.
Yeah, I don't feed it.
That should be a little distressing.
Oh, you see, it's fine, right?
I mean, I'll go ahead and pull out a ration and, like, just break off a piece and, like, hand it to him.
Oh shit, should I have been doing that?
Yeah, maybe that's why he's been gone. He's probably just getting food.
No, I'm sure it's because he's an air elemental.
Well, he seems to be liking this ration well enough.
I'm sure air elementals eat rations.
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna burst his little bubble.
I'll
Okay.
feed him tomorrow. Oh,
Okay.
you're feeding him right now.
This is weird.
It's entertaining at least.
They're like
Celestial-
they're like new parents.
I don't
Oh.
like that.
Does it need to eat?
He seems to be eating now. Have you tried to eat? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I can. Go fucking crazy for eggshells.
Wow. It's a convenient way to get rid of them, actually.
Yeah.
Everyone wins.
You guys aboard your oblong frisbee and begin the westward journey.
Portents.
Oh, hey.
Great.
Yeah, that's a
portent.
good one.
Better than the 13 I had.
So you guys will have roughly a day and a half of westward travel, so you will arrive in the area on sundown, at sundown the next day. And in the meantime, we will go ahead and take a break. So we'll be back shortly, 10 or 15. All right. You guys, on about sundown of the next day, you pass over the mountain range to the southeast and find yourselves once again flying over the Unnamed Islands and that general area. Um, right away, you guys can tell that, you know, which you kind of saw before, but the whole area is just kind of covered with clouds. Like it's pretty hard to make out much of anything other than the tip of the volcano north of Tarmaran and some of the mountains on some of the islands, like the mountain north of Doldrum and the mountains east of Shaka. But most of the rest of the islands are just kind of covered with storm cloud that is difficult to penetrate. Every so often you get a glimpse of something beneath, but... And what you can see is that the ocean is nasty down. And you imagine some of these islands are so small that it's pretty rough to inhabit them if you were to try.
This seems like the appropriate method of travel for this area.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Oh, well, hey, since we're right here, should we just try the scry on that person again?
I mean,
If they're flying around, then maybe we can
I could, yeah.
parlay. I don't know.
I'm yet unsure how to approach this conversation, because if we're like, hey, I wanted to meet you because I have your notebook, I feel like that will make for a strange introduction.
Where did you get the notebook? Do you remember?
In Spindrift? In the other version?
Oh, well. I'm sure we can be.
Maybe he lost his notebook before the shattering?
Maybe, yeah.
Or I show it to him and he's like, what the fuck, and then we have to explain split worlds to a man we don't know.
I feel like that's gonna somehow happen because whenever we try to avoid that, then we somehow get to a point where that ends up coming out anyhow.
Yeah, but we don't know this person, and if he's a good individual to have that information.
Yeah, he's going against our boy Ben.
Well, Ben on this side might be an asshole. It's actually a
No.
pretty real possibility.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. Well, let's just see if it works first, maybe. I don't know. Or we look up where Ben is. If we can figure it out.
I could try it. I get one a day, so.
I guess it. Oh, I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to find out where Ben is.
Especially if
Got
he's
it.
flying.
When it was I. Say,
Yeah, he
hey,
is.
where's Ben?
Ben is also, the king.
Yeah. So. Or we could just land right here in Shaka and ask around. See what the place is like.
Yeah, so right now you guys are basically above the ocean between Walleye and Sin.
okay.
So a little bit longer and you could get to any of those areas, basically.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Also, is there anything you want to? Well, I guess I don't know what Shaka has, but we needed to or wanted to restock on anything.
I'm good. You got a new gun? I got all these herbs. I got my sword. Cinder, I don't know what you might need, but
I wouldn't know either. A fresh healer's kit. That's about all I could think of.
I'm sure we could find that somewhere else.
Yep. Do we just want to play it by ear?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that'd be for the best.
Let's do it.
Ushaka.
Shaka.
All right. I'm gonna have Cinder make a survival check just to navigate. Probably good enough. You press westward for maybe an hour, and you find yourselves directly above the area. You can't really see much through the storm clouds below you, so you begin to descend. And at this time, I want everybody to go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh no.
No, we didn't find any dragons.
Did we have seatbelts installed?
Oh, I sure didn't. Goodbye.
Wow.
The storm winds bloweth, and you just hear shrieking and howling of apparently just wind and battering rain and lightning, and you just find yourselves pushing downward, and then you break through, and you're still going down as you guys look and you see Cinder's not on the boat anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And you guys just kind of look over and you see he's falling.
Oh.
How far away is he?
Maybe like 50 feet.
Oh,
Uh.
hold on. Hold on.
I was just turning into a big bird.
Yeah.
Fly back.
The thing is starting to kind of spin out of control as you see this
I got it.
wooden bird just kind of like perches back up, swoops back up, and then turns back into Cinder as he wrests control again. Everybody can make a deck save for me. As you guys realize that the cloud cover ends about 300 feet above sea level.
No. I haven't had a +9 to that. Ugh.
So you guys just kind of...
I
As
got
Cinder
it.
grabs control and holds on as you guys just... and come to a really rough stop in the sand on the shoreline here.
Owie.
No.
Everybody except Rook is just completely thrown clear of the ship. Buckle stays on too.
Wow.
Everybody else just kind of skids through the sand, and it just kind of comes to a less than gentle stop, but it does stop. Ow.
I think we made it.
I think so too.
I suppose we haven't practiced much landing.
Not in those conditions.
Definitely
Yeah, there
not.
is definitely something strange about that. You guys look up and you can just see crackles of lightning, and you can hear rolling thunder just pervading, and the whole place is just pouring rain. But for better or worse, you will have landed in the Unnamed Islands. You seem to be a few miles south of Shaka, and you can see from here the remains of a tall wall that extends from... There's a mountain range that kind of just goes along the eastern half of the island, and there's the remnants of a tall stone wall that extend from the foothills of the mountains to the shore, seem to block off the city, but most of it is in the state of disarray and disrepair at this point, and you can see much of it is in ruins. Looking out over the horizon, I would like everybody to go ahead and make a perception check for me. Rook, yet again. You can see a few ships just kind of seemingly patrolling in the waters, the not calm water to the west of you, and they seem to be heading on a path that's kind of. Re-pull the image. Here we go. In like this general direction.
There's
seem-
a lot of ships going that way.
Like 2 or 3 that you can make out in the kind of dim light of sundown. Not too far from shore, maybe a handful of miles. But you can also see the shores of the island across the way as well, in the distance.
Okay. I'll point them out. Is the wall between us and the city?
Yeah, but there's not much of it.
Oh,
Like, it wouldn't
okay.
really hinder your progress.
Alright. So, do you think they'll welcome visitors?
Probably not.
Should we say we're from the ladder?
Probably not, seeing as this was the pirate who was raging against Ben, right? And Ben is the leader in place because of the ladder.
I mean, also too, there's always got to be that percent chance that people are gonna recognize me if they're any amount religious or from Godtold.
Well, let's just walk in, huh? Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna play it by ear, like we said.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And Rook can do the talking if it comes to it.
Yeah, I'll say some stuff.
Yeah.
You guys begin your walk north. You can also just kind of take the airship and just make it a pretty quick journey, just staying above the ground, not too far. Want to find a place to stow it?
Yes.
Yeah, not too far from town, but
Fleeable distance.
The
yeah.
walls don't seem to be manned. They seem pretty old as well, like ancient.
Okay.
And through the various holes in the walls, you can see a pretty small city, just kind of built on that rounded peninsula that you can see kind of rises up a bit to form kind of sheer cliffs. Most of the town seems to be on the uppermost portions of this kind of cliff edge that you guys begin hiking up as the sand gives way to grass. And mud, mostly, given the current state of things. Lots of, like, fallow fields, it seems, as you walk through. It takes about an hour, but you guys eventually reach what you imagine to be the city. Mostly brick and mortar buildings, most things in a state of disrepair, it seems. Not a lot of people out and about at this time, but as you guys kind of reach the outskirts of town, you do seem to pass by a tower that's like 3 or 4 stories tall, where there seem to be some torches at the top and a figure kind of looking down at you. Hold!
Yeah.
What business have you?
Well, we'd like a place to sleep. And
Yeah,
out
I
of the
imagine.
rain.
We don't get a lot of outsiders, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Just a minute. See the torch go out and see a door just kind of open up at the base of the tower. Come on in.
Oh, okay.
You see like a thin human. He's got like, just kind of wearing pretty ragged looking like studded leather. He has a sword at one side. You can see he's missing his like right arm past the elbow. He's holding the torch in the other hand. All right, come on in. Looks haggard, probably like mid-50s. Oh man. All right. State your name, state your business, state whatever else. How did you get here?
Well,
I am Buckles. Yeah. All right.
yes, that's Buckles. That's Cinder there. There's a tree.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm Lucas King. This is. You guys can do their own names.
I'm Celeste. How are you?
I'm
Well,
Millicent.
I'm having an interesting day now.
We get that a lot.
I imagine you do. So what brings you to town?
Well, we were heading to Tarmaran, and well, shit went a little sideways out on sea.
Yeah, shit's been going sideways everywhere.
So here we are instead, I guess.
Alright, I guess that checks out.
Is this storm normal?
Yeah, has
It is?
been for a few years.
Nah.
Few years.
Gotten worse.
Also heard about some weird beast things about too.
Did you avoid the whirlpools?
Well, not so well as you can see, but
I mean,
Didn't die.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't die. It's just us, but
when you came in on a ship?
What's left of one?
what's left of one?
I'll have you make a deception check.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah. That'll be a 22 instead.
Oh.
Go ahead and have him do an insight. Right. What were you planning on doing in Tamaran?
Selling some stuff.
They haven't heard.
What?
Heard what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna have you talk to Bezat if that's okay. He should be making port tomorrow.
Who's that?
Kind of in charge of the whole operation here. You guys seem above my pay grade.
All right. What's
Fine.
wrong with Tamaran?
It's basically gone to the crabs and whatnot.
To the crabs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is that part of the evil
Beast thing.
beast thing?
Oh yeah, it's part of it. Yeah, I got dinosaurs, bugs.
Dinosaurs?
Where are the dinosaurs?
Up to the northwest.
Oh,
I'm gonna have you talk to Bezad.
okay.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna pretend like you guys are being completely honest with me, but I also don't care.
I was hoping that'd be the case.
You can sleep in here, just don't steal anything.
Okay.
Wasn't intending
I'm
to.
gonna go back upstairs.
I look at Buckles when he says that.
Remains to be seen. Alright. There's hay.
Perfectly suitable.
It's
We appreciate
dry.
it.
Kind of grabs a longbow and just kind of goes back upstairs. Seems to be modified with like a... The string on the bow has like a kind of a small like leather strap that it seems like he can pull back.
Perhaps we should have stopped at Tamaran first.
Apparently
I don't want to see any big crabs.
I want to see giant evil crabs and kill them.
So,
Also,
so for the lie, we say we're coming from Haven and we haven't left in a long time, and that's why we haven't learned anything because Haven was going to
Yeah.
shit, so we fled.
Yeah. That's a
Okay,
good idea.
geez.
There's the wisdom kicking in. There we go. I like it. So,
And then you sell it with the charisma.
also, looking up at the top of this tower, it's tall enough that he doesn't hear this
Yeah,
conversation.
I know. It seems like he doesn't.
It'd be real awkward, like, this is how you lie right here.
there's the wisdom kicking in, Celeste.
Hmm.
All right. Well, bed down for the night. Nobody steals anything here.
Yeah, you
There
thank you
doesn't-
for that reminder.
Doesn't really seem to be much worth stealing anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you want this straw.
Yeah.
No, this vaguely damp straw.
Hmm. I'll pass.
I thought about just going outside and setting up the.
I'll put our tower right next to his tower.
Yeah, but that felt like it would be pushing the limits of his
Probably.
lack of give a shit.
Yeah. I feel like for the type of group we are and the presence we give off, I think just saying we had a teleportation mishap might be more believable.
In the future, maybe.
I have circled.
Okay.
Somewhat believable.
I'll put that on a list of things I might say.
We're committed for now, though.
Yeah. Log it away for later. But yes, for now, Haven to Tarmaran to sell herbs, you know?
Uh-huh.
But now that plan is fucked. And we're terribly distraught.
And we need to,
And we need a new boat.
or we need a ride somewhere.
Or
Maybe?
we need a ride somewhere.
Where's the safest place to be in this demon storm? Beast storm?
Yeah.
Probably don't say demons. They probably may
Yeah.
not know that.
Or which places should we not be so that we know that those are the places to go?
Mm,
I mean-
reverse psychiatry.
Yep.
Hmm.
Something.
That's
like that.
it.
I mean, also, I wonder how many people know about Haven at this point.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Probably not many, and we can just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Haven's
Whoa.
fucked, and people were strangling each other. Oh God, I don't understand. We fled, and
Oh,
Crash.
true.
I am from Haven.
It's
see?
true.
Yes.
That makes
That
it
is true.
believable.
All right. I can get behind this truth thing.
Great.
Well,
How do you?
make it
Is that? Am I
baby
pronouncing
first.
that right?
Yeah, is that?
Just not familiar.
Oh no.
Oh, I have to remark Hand Island. There we
No.
go.
It's gone forever.
There we go.
It will be missed.
Alright, well. Good night. Enjoy my first night of sleep here. Oh. It's gonna be so hard.
Shouldn't be too hard for you. Just think about trancing, and you'll find your way there.
Ooh, you think it'll be about the same?
At least it's a good starting place.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Well, take your advice as someone who's never slept before.
Hmm.
Good night.
Good night.
Do you think he thought about that sentence after he said it?
I don't think he
Yeah.
thinks about anything he says.
I'm still awake. It's been 5 seconds.
Sorry, I have actually never slept before, so I
It's quite pleasant, actually.
mm.
You just turn your thoughts off, and it's basically like time travel. You just close your eyes, and then it's morning.
Wow. Didn't work.
You have to you can try meditation, but it's much more boring, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I am bored. I'm going to go outside and look at the rain.
Okay. I appreciate the attempt.
You know, sometimes he says things and I think he's really, like, secretly wise, and then... No.
He's just a little guy. Doesn't know a damn thing about the world.
He doesn't know dick about shit, but, you know, he's here.
He's slowly getting there. He's learning. Slowly.
I mean, I imagine, like, I feel like this is just a whole problem for Warforged, where, like,
Oh yeah, that was us.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, mortal, you know, like, humans, elves, half-elves, like, we have whole childhood to have, you know, we don't know shit still inside that, but, you know, you expect your child to not know anything. Or Forge, you're just you exist and you exist like that, and you're supposed to know things, but
And the learning experience is not always pleasant.
No.
Oh,
Society is not kind.
you. This is a weird question. Do you start existence with like knowing some amount of language, or is that just something you just have to learn on the way?
I could always communicate with the spirit, and the spirit could communicate outside, and from there it kind of. I was taught, but not in the same way, if that makes sense. There was a naturalness to it.
The primordial and the druidic languages are very abstract compared to the language that we all speak here.
I picked this up, spending time in Spindrift.
God, that was a rough while there.
Honestly, it's kind of impressive. Like just without any formal like education or anything. That's still a lot to do. So
When you're trapped in a place and it's all you can listen to, you start to remember sounds and then slowly figure it out from there.
Learned a lot of curse words that way too.
Those came first.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. Also, I hate to pry at a rough area, but either on this side or back on our side, is there anything you want to eventually address with Spindrift and maybe eventually get rid of those pirates if we can?
Well, there's a ship that I burned to escape, but they were competent, and I'm sure it's still around, and I'm sure the assholes on it still are too, and probably have a chip on their shoulder. So, yeah, there's some unresolved things there. And the king of Spindrift is not a good person. So,
yes, I remember you a long while back asking for my assistance in that area.
yeah, I don't have a list, but there are a few people that I would like to see the world improved by their absence.
I'd still love to help.
I don't think I'll pursue it on this side because who knows the complications involved, but once we get back to our side, it can be something we get around to eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was an asshole.
Forced us to raid and take from people that were barely getting by so that those that had on Spindrift could have more. Destroyed villages. Some people never recovered.
Basically like a warlord down below.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but a lot more petty. Like, when you think of a warlord, you think of somebody, like, strong and big, but he's just some dude.
I
It's-
mean,
It's even harder to navigate in the depths than it is in this realm. This realm, the seas are worse, but in the depths, nobody knows how. It's not common. So when you have a group of people with the ability to travel around and the willingness to do violence, there's not a lot that can be done against them. So it's not that he's a particularly competent or powerful individual. It's just that he's in a position that few can oppose. He used that to his advantage and built a fortune. And what he couldn't make up for in strength, he made up with in resources. Have things that people want and they listen to you. Whether that be food or weapons or slaves.
Yeah, sounds like this guy's gotta go.
Yes, I am
Mhm.
perfectly good to eventually help you with that as well.
Oh yeah.
That's where I learned to heal.
I mean, I don't doubt it, but you probably did so partially out of necessity if I had to guess.
Well, they weren't very bright, and I had a strong source of fire, so what started out as cauterizing eventually progressed into trying to actually help people. It was painful lessons, well learned and well served in the future. But everybody learns lessons somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
What about you, Millicent? Who do you want to kill?
Yeah, Millicent.
Anyone that's bad, really. I mean, I don't really have.
What a boring answer.
I know. I mean,
Any
Just everything.
specific people that we've met?
Yeah, come
You're
on.
like,
There's got to be
"That's a
somebody.
bad dude."
there's a lot of baddies out there.
No, but who do we meet that you want to kill?
That's still alive.
Well, yeah.
Still alive, of course, of course. I feel like I could just kill them right away, so if I get a good shot, you know.
Well, yeah, but like who?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know.
That's probably
Disappointing.
good to not
I mean,
marry
yeah,
with
good,
you.
good, yeah, good, good for you.
I mean, whoever you guys are bad and is hurting you guys, then that's who I want to kill. Kind of just simple as that's just kind of how I am.
Concerns me a
yeah.
little bit, but
Yeah, no, it does.
But I don't really have. I'm not like Rook that has a list of specific people.
Yeah, that
It's
part's
like-
good.
Yeah.
I mean,
like-
organization. You know, it's
Yeah.
good.
Just organize my thoughts on paper.
I don't have anyone that has really, like, I don't know. To be honest. I've only met a lot of people like within this past year, so there's just a lot going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess it has been a year, huh?
At least.
Wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Or at least coming up to a year.
I think it's been at least a year, yeah. I mean, we've been in this place for at least 3 months.
Yeah, we're going to figure out the situation here and then probably have to turn back around and go into our world, so that'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I really don't know specific people. I just like organizations. I guess like, besides Julia the Blackmires, I'm just worried for my mom because she's kind of in the heart of it all. So.
What
I
about
don't
Clifford?
know- Oh, you know what? I definitely want to kill Clifford.
Oh,
You're
there
right.
we go. There's one.
There
Yeah.
we
go.
Oh, I knew there'd be
There
one.
That has caused a lot of trouble. You know
Yeah.
what?
That wizard
That is
bitch.
one on my list.
That wizard bitch that
Lisa
showed up at
Clifford.
Rise.
Oh, at the very end there?
We almost got her.
Almost. I'm pretty sure she was on my list.
The high
I was-
priest.
I put it away somewhere, but
Yeah,
The other-
like I
the
feel
other
like
one?
a lot of people is the people like we are already kind of going after. But yeah, I guess Clifford has done the most damage, I guess, from the start.
I was looking back at my notes from that Rise event, and I had that there were 2.5 people from Rook's list, and we successfully killed 1.5. And at the time, that seemed like relevant notes, and now I have no idea who the fuck I was talking about.
Well, we fucking like vaporized that one guy through the wall.
That's,
Yep,
yeah.
that went well.
Yeah, so that one's super due. That's off the list.
We got 2 out of 3 there. That one person that we vaporized through the wall. There's another guy on my list that was in the room with the lady we were just talking about, and that lady herself, but she got away.
Yeah. That would be another person, I guess.
Celeste, do you actually want to kill the other high priestess?
That's kind of my problem. I really, really hope that.
I can add it to my list.
No.
to.
This
She's
is
on mine.
the listing should not be normalized. This comes from severe trauma. You should
No.
not have a kill list.
We can normalize lists. It's fine.
We can normalize this, but not the murder list, TM.
Oh,
All right.
you trademark it?
Sure, why not? But there's some part of me that sees the person on this side and wonder that maybe person on that side was told, lied to or told something wrong. But that's just probably the part of me that believes people can be better, and I should be far more mad than I currently am. But I think a lot of that is just because I don't want to think about that time period. Maybe I should just kill her. She probably deserves it.
I mean, that last thing that she was gonna do with us right before we came here,
Yeah, she.
lure us into her tower, probably kill all of us, and escalate the war.
Yeah, so even if she was lied or led astray, she's fully committed to this. And I can't give her the benefit of the doubt. This is ridiculous for me to do so at this point.
Yeah, we could just keep this one.
That's true. This one even told me to just kick her ass, so.
There you go. You have her blessing. You're never gonna get that.
All right. Yeah.
It's true. Well, we haven't asked the Andreas on this side yet, have we?
Also feels like one of those things that you'll go and talk to her and be like, maybe you're okay, and then it will very rapidly become clear that she's not, and then you'll have no conscience problems.
Yeah, and I really shouldn't have conscious problems to begin with. She killed my friends.
There's
I-
that
I feel like it's a good reason to want.
That's pretty fucked up.
pretty
not
solid
even in-
baseline.
and not even including the whole
She took your
removal
magic
power.
away.
Yeah. That took a long time to build up, too.
Yeah, that
Also
shit's
fucked
fucked up.
Yeah, also, like, that's a forbidden, like, ritual thing
Yeah,
that she
that's
just
like-
couldn't have.
Yeah, that's
That-
super messed up.
I do want to keep her alive long enough to figure out where the fuck and how the fuck she got that.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
That's some dark shit, man.
You can keep her
I just
alive
didn't
for a
think
little
about
bit
it,
and
to be
then
frank. I didn't want to think about it.
Well, now you have turtle power.
No,
Now
you-
I have to.
That's right. Cowabunga.
For some
go.
reason crave cheese on bread. I don't understand, but whatever.
feel like that ritual, though, yes, dark, could be an interesting punishment for some of the people on the other side. that we
Oh, I
don't like.
really want to do it to
Yeah.
her, man.
I
Mhm.
well, I definitely want to do it to Sabas Nalor as well.
I was gonna say, I know Sabas is on your list of people to die, but I feel like he would like
Oh,
that
exactly.
less than
Well,
death.
is he a cleric?
Oh,
I
does
thought
it
he was
have to
like
be
a
a cleric?
sorcerer or something.
I thought it was like a severing of the bond between them and their god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
I mean, I'm down to try it on his ass, but we definitely have to do it to Brixton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Definitely.
know what? We should definitely just start with that.
So. I'm sure it's somewhere in my note, but I don't remember who Brixton worshipped. Istra? Is somewhere in there. Whatever.
Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
Oh God.
Oh god.
I'm gonna be
wow.
real with you. I don't even know if I necessarily know that.
I knew she was
I want to say it's Ogma. I know that I knew at some point.
Long
But I
since cleared from the ram.
But I do not anymore.
Yeah. It's vibing somewhere in our collective notes.
Anyway,
Anyways.
you guys can get a short rest in here.
Ooh.
Are we?
The next day,
Fred, come nestle up in the hay here, Fred. Come on.
the random man just kind of comes downstairs in the early morning half light. It's like, all right, let's go to town.
Oh, okay.
Just don't. Well, yeah, should be fine.
What?
No.
I don't think you're being completely honest, but you probably don't want to do that to the other guys.
What? Lie to them?
Yeah.
Why
That
not?
is you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Should we
After
be
you.
concerned with this individual?
I mean, he's tough, but you seem tough.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Yeah, we shouldn't need to come to blows.
Nah, probably not.
Okay.
The fact that you made it into, Darkner territory, so you're probably tough folks.
Sure.
After you.
Just kind of like takes a walking stick and begins heading towards town. You guys head a little bit farther into the city here, and you can see that there's kind of like a little fissure in the cliff that kind of extends to a very narrow walkway that goes down to basically like a hollowed out portion of the cliff face where there's a sizable harbor. And you can see a well-adorned ship in here. You can see that there is a very prominently flying flag, just a jet black flag at the top of the mast. And you can see that this ship that's moored at the dock is just completely still in the water. And it seems to be, those of you with an eye for the arcane can tell that there's some kind of almost barrier being projected around it. You can see that there's something a little bit strange about the ship in that it seems like at the center there is just an enormous like metal cage on the center of the deck that just seems to be full of like canvas. And you can see at the prow of the ship the captain with his first mate that you guys all recognize. She looks a little bit more battle-hardened in this time, but you can see there's a couple of other people milling about and some people kind of going up and below, kind of pulling some equipment in. You just see the guy that kind of led you in just kind of, Captain! See him look over. Very proud-looking man, very quiet, and just kind of like jots a few things down in his notebook and just kind of steps forward, steps down the stairs.
Just turn to them, just like, oh, are we sticking with the truth, or are we sticking to our story?
Start with the truth of coming from Haven and see how it goes, and
Mm-hmm.
because that part is true.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Okay.
You see, he's just kind of standing on the middle of a gangplank where you guys can see this very thin, shimmering barrier that kind of like extending in a bubble around the entire ship. And he's just standing just on the other side of it and looking at you all. He has a very long scimitar at his side. Just kind of looks at you.
Hey there. We were passing on by. Came from Haven. Shit was a little bad there. Kind of all cleared up now. We're gonna go to Tamarin, but your boy here said that there's a crab problem.
He just kind of like looks past you guys at the guard that brought you. Thank you, Omar. Return to your post. Just kind of like nods and heads back. Yes, there is a crab problem in Darmaran.
Yeah.
You came from Haven?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nobody has come from Haven in months.
Oh, there's a reason for
Yeah,
that.
there's a reason. We don't want to get into the reason, but
I would like it if you would.
okay, well, it might tie in with some problems here.
Then I would very
People-
much like it if you would.
People started going crazy,
Yeah,
hurting each other.
hurting us and strangling each other to death.
Sounds like what is happening in Alakesh. Have you heard of what is
Oh.
happening in Alakesh?
No, that'd be news to
No.
us. We basically just came from Haven.
You would be
We
wise not to
heard-
go to Alakesh.
Okay. We heard maybe there's some dinosaurs about, there's a crab thing, and something else.
Yes, insects. Not to mention the sea
Horrible.
monster.
Sea monster?
Like one out of the ordinary, or...
More than the usual ones.
Oh.
There were several here as well, in my Darknet territory. We dealt with it. You all...
I don't suppose we can come aboard and talk about this, can we?
I don't suppose.
Okay.
Not yet. You will talk to
Okay.
me here.
Okay.
You just hear, Captain? Yes. Do we want to continue on the repairs that we were doing? Yes, that is fine. Go get Talia or somebody. Okay. Yeah, it keeps going.
Alright, look, I'll just, like, approach to
Yeah, you
where the
can.
buffalo is.
You can, and you can feel that there is, like, resistance. I would not walk through that if I were you.
I won't. Look, man, there's, like, some demon problem about, and we're trying to fix some of this. That's the truth of the matter here.
That is all well and good.
Can we help you guys?
Where are you actually from?
Well, I'm from Zeltenbrock, but
Aye. This one comes from Araket to the east, yes?
yeah.
Have you been there?
I know people who have.
Do you recognize it?
Do you have one aboard?
No.
Oh.
I have come across travelers in my tenure.
Huh.
I have been far and wide. It is only recently that I have made home here. This one, she comes from the south, but I imagine it has been some time since she was there.
Yeah. She doesn't hail from Bongo Town.
No. Nor Strongfort, nor the undead hordes that have made their homes there and everywhere but Almana,
Yeah.
my home. And this one, well, that is an interesting story, is it not?
Yes, it's very much an interesting story and quite the long one.
It is fine, I do not need to hear it.
Okay, thank you.
But the fact remains, you are a group of very interesting people who have found their way onto my gangplank.
Yeah.
And I imagine there are many stories that you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Some that I would be curious to hear.
I'm sure.
Come with me.
Okay.
Okay.
One at a time. He just kind of extends a hand out, and you can see he has a couple of like these blue, like cobalt rings on his hand that he just presses onto your shoulder, and you can just feel this energy just kind of pull you into the field. As he does that for each one of you as you come by. How do you feel about sandwiches?
Love them.
They're great. Yeah.
Especially if they have meat in it.
We have some
good
good
choice.
ones. He just kind of like goes.
I stop. Wait. No.
Jared!
Uh,
3! Ah, yes, right away, boss. Ah, we are having more company, it would seem. Yes. Ham, cheese, tomato.
All above, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No
The
tomato for
works,
me,
Jared!
please.
Oh, I am very much loving the works. No cheese? No cheese on one. No cheese on one, yes. Oh, very good. The intoleration of the lactose. Ah, this I am very well familiar with. But sometimes it is worth it for the pooping, yes? Just go back inside and make the fucking sandwiches.
I just turned to them. Man, this guy knows how to pick them. He's got our same crew.
It just kind of like takes you aboard, just kind of like in between the captain's quarters and that big metal cage on top of the deck, and just kind of pulls a couple barrels around. What do you know of the tar stacks?
apparently they're assholes.
Ben is maybe the king around here, and you don't like him.
That is the long and short of it.
Okay.
He came into our home and tried to take over at the behest of his grandfather.
Yeah.
He uses something that makes him... it is not mind control per se, but it is something that makes people enthralled by him.
Ah, charming.
Ben?
Yes,
Oh.
Some
And just-
sort of relic.
Crew is extremely powerful. But I and the rest of my men, the Darkeners, remember what it was like when this place was free. We have
How
been...
long ago was that?
25 years, perhaps. Back before everything came down.
Hmm.
I lived in the area. Up. I hail from Shavirik originally. But I have been far and wide. I was a hopper pilot. That is where I met him.
Fool's
see
banquet.
Jared coming up with some sandwiches. Ah, yes, and here we are for you. And the no cheese. I put some cheese on the side in case you felt daring. And for you, yes. And I gave you a rather large one because it seems as though perhaps you might be having a caloric needs. Hello.
Hello. Hello. We appreciate the sandwiches.
Yes, of course. It is.
Thank
It
you.
is very good times. Are you a tree?
What, more or less?
Very timber. All right. Just kind of walks up. Leah, where are you? Where did you go?
Ah,
She's
still
working
very-
under repairs, Jared. Oh, good. I'll go bother her.
Not
He
help.
seems like a fun guy.
He makes good food. And his
Hey,
wife
keeps
is very
morale up.
intelligent.
Ah, I see.
She devised
Package
this
deal.
system. Just
Is
kinda
he pointing
points
at the cage of... Yeah, what is that?
Ah. Come with me. We will go on a raid, and I will explain.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hoist anchor! You see... yep, all right, we go! You said you saw something slightly off the coast of Bootcuff, yes? Oh yeah, no, there was a smaller patrol unit up there. I think it was just one of the little sloops. Ah, that would be a good way to stretch our legs.
I don't.
Just
I'm
kinda-
sorry. I don't know how I feel
This
about
ship-
a raid.
The sails just kind of unfurl, and you see a couple of gnomes just kind of standing at the head of the prow, and they just both just kind of hold their hands out and blow some wind at the sails to get the ship moving. It pays to have a couple of gusts of wind on hand.
Sure. Yeah.
You can feel the ship just moving, but it's not rocking or swaying at all.
How is it so steady?
Ah, just kind of points up at the flag. Our precise position.
I've heard stories of this. I spent some time in Spindrift before.
Well then, you know.
A
The
bit.
flag of Saint Adrex.
Indeed.
It keeps our prow steady and our cannons true. Not to mention, it does not allow anyone on board who has not been approved by me.
Oh. That's actually very convenient.
Extremely. and good against our oppressors. You see, while Benjamin Tarstack styles himself as a king, the people suffer. We pay tithes to the Tarstacks for the beneficence of their control. These whirlpools appear, beasts emerging forth from them, like so much insect. And what does he do? Does he protect us? Do they send fleets down to defend us? No. They merely expect the same from us. What do I do? One opens up right between our islands. We handle, we kill it, release one of the seals. You see, there were 7, yes? A large one right off the coast of Rhino's Eye, with 6 smaller ones around, glowing with some sort of energy. We think demons. I killed the beast at the heart of this one with my crew. Jensen got the final shot, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, that was great! Exploded, it was crazy! Releasing one of the seals. We send messages, we send envoys. This is what we have to do. We have to go around and kill these things. But he does not. He continues to sail around on his massive boat, collecting where he needs to. We have gained a foothold in Shaka, Westport, Newport, and the Bootcuff. This is our waters. He knows better than to come in now. We aim to increase that.
This raid you are pulling us along to is on one of his?
Yes.
What's gonna be the purpose of it?
To continue to press. To weaken.
Can we just have a moment over here to...
Take the time you need. I will return to the prow. See,
Alright.
the ship is moving very quickly through the water now. You guys are already kind of rounding the corner to the northeast of Bootcuff.
Huddle up, guys, huddle up.
Uh-huh.
Alright. This Ben does sound like an asshole.
Yeah.
Should we just, like... Do you think that would solve some problems?
Should we seek to understand first?
Yeah.
I think
Should
we
we go
should-
talk to Ben after this guy?
If we can find a way to get away from one and to the other without problems.
Well, I imagine at some point we're gonna go back to Shaka.
Just fly away.
I will, yeah.
You guys can see to the north, the cloud cover seems to almost be like funneling down to where you imagine Rhino's Eye is. It's like kind of forming like a cone into the water.
I think that's where we throw the strangle gem.
There lies the beast. It cannot be approached. But we have weakened one of the seals. You see these 5 pillars of cloud around.
Yep.
Those correlate to whirlpools in the water, smaller ones. One disappeared when I killed the beast to the south here.
And they're just all around the islands somewhere?
Yes, there is one between Rendant Rocinante and Doldrum. One between Corto Sanders Drift and Newport. One to the south of Tarmaran, one to the north of Alakesh, and one at Hell's Eye.
Do you wanna like go around and kill them, or are you waiting for the Ben thing to situate itself?
His people are all around the waters. We only have a small sphere of influence where we can travel safely.
So you clear the ones in your way and leave the rest for them to struggle with.
There is nothing I can do. They attack on sight.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
There was no judgment in that.
You imagine it's just because Ben has this enthralling thing, yes?
Well, and also a shitload of ships and firepower.
Well,
We are but one ship that can be protected. But
yes.
until we reach the people on those islands, there will be no safe harbor. They need to know. They need to decide for themselves what side they are on.
But for now, they listen to Ben.
It seems they do, yes.
Alright. But we're already out here, so it's not like we have a choice in not witnessing this raid. So
Here we go. Yeah, ship ahoy! You guys see a small, it's like a sloop, it's like a two-masted ship. It's about the same size as the one that you're on right now. Now you see why we are called the Darkeners. You can see another familiar face, Aliyah, kind of step forth, and she just kind of holds her hand out towards this kind of winch and crank system you can see, and just kind of cranks this system of cogs that seem to stretch underneath the deck. As you can see, this metal cage kind of recedes into, and you can see this big mass of canvas just immediately inflate with air as the entire ship is lifted up out of the water by this massive hopper-like balloon.
Oh.
And you look on either side, and you can see that the keel of the ship seems to be unfolding into like a giant sort of set of wings as they cast a massive shadow over this entire ship that they are now directly over. Mages at the system. And you can see now they just kind of, these two gnomes that provided the gust of wind just kind of burst forth to the figurehead, where you can see there's like these two little seats where they just kind of begin to look down, and you can see them. You guys look over the edge in between some of the planks of wood, and you can see people on the ship below just kind of being flung off either side far into the water.
Oh.
Think we cleared them, boss. All right. Below. You might want to hold on for this part. As you see the entire ship just, the balloon just kind of like opens up a flap at the top, and the entire ship begins to descend as the sides just kind of begin to curl inside, as it basically just lands on top of this other ship and effectively just eats it. Just envelops it, and you can feel it kind of compressing the wood and the mast and the metal sidings of this entire other vessel, just kind of forcing it inward and compressing it completely. As you can see, the balloon just kind of deflates, and this whole process takes place over the course of like 2 minutes, and then it's completely in the state that it was before, as the canvas kind of, they all just kind of, a couple hands just kind of come up to fold the canvas in, and the cage is lifted back up and in.
Alright.
Now we go below to see what we got.
Of course, yes.
What magic fills this balloon? How do you...
A combination of Alia's power, drawing from her background, as well as the flag. Yes, I have some experience with hoppers from before that I was able to translate into rudimentary conjuration. It doesn't last very long.
Oh,
Still very innovative.
excellent work, yes. I like the style.
You guys look, basically the entire hull, it seems like, was completely hollow, and now it's just contains like the crunched up remnants of this entire other ship. This is the part that takes a long time, but effectively over the next few hours we will page through all of this, find anything that is worth keeping, and let the rest go.
I'd just like to ask, why did you bring us aboard to show all this?
To show you our methods.
Okay.
I'll show you what we can do. I take it you do not have a ship.
Are we like cool with each other because you showed us all this, you know?
That remains to be seen.
Okay.
I have dealt with people in the past. I know how outsiders view this situation, or are likely to view it. I know you will likely have questions of the king.
Yeah.
And if you are here to do what you say you are here to do, I imagine you will be dealing with him. Now you know my side.
We greatly appreciate it. We would like to go talk to him as well, but...
I do not own you. You are free to go.
Great.
Is there anything else that we should know about, or any way we can, while we're here, help out?
Do you think we'd be able to just go up there and talk to him?
I do not know.
Okay. I guess it's... yeah.
We do not generally leave our waters.
Yeah.
If they try to poke their heads in, we discourage them.
Does he stick to Rhino's Eye?
He sails around.
Well, you want some help picking through that stuff?
We've got it.
Oh, yes. Right now.
What do you
Alright.
intend?
Well, eventually we're gonna have to kill those sea monsters.
Not all of them are sea monsters.
Those monsters.
To the northwest, it is dinosaurs. And to the east, it is forest creatures.
And crabs.
At Tarmaran, it is
Alright.
crabs. At Hell's Eye, it is bugs.
Yeah.
Alakesh, we do not know what it is. Everybody there seems to have slaughtered themselves.
Well, if it's like Haven, it's another entity causing madness.
Great.
But when all of the disturbances you've noted are gone, so too should its influence.
Then that will just leave us with the center.
We'll try to talk to Ben.
I wish you luck.
We'll see both sides. And we may or may not act on whichever side we think would benefit the situation.
Now you know what you have to deal with. Come at me.
Yeah. Now that we know. Now we know. We appreciate the heads up.
It's the least I can do.
I do hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
I think there could be more to talk about another time.
You see him just kind of take
Yeah.
out his notebook and scribble some thoughts.
Cinder will take out the same notebook.
Just kind of like looks at you.
Oh, similar style.
Much to talk about indeed. And he just kind of turns back to the prow.
Writes in his book.
I didn't know we were giving that part away right now.
I had a feeling.
It was
Just
dramatic,
running
though.
with it.
It was dramatic.
He knew about things. I would talk about it later.
I mean, what are the odds that we're not going to side with this guy? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
this guy's
am
cool as
am
shit.
I alone? Yeah, this is cool as fuck. Like, what?
Yeah, this guy's incredible.
And we have a habit
Ben.
of disliking tyrants. So
Yeah.
our version of Ben is cool. If this one's a tyrant, well,
I'm more than willing to kill this Ben for this guy.
You're willing to kill for this man, and we've met him
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
listen, if
Did you
there's,
see his ship?
we also don't know how things work.
Yeah.
We don't know how things work when it comes back together, and if there's two versions of somebody, we don't know which one we're gonna get. So if we can, weight it against asshole Ben, that seems like a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, we just kill this Ben, go on the other side, kill that high priest, and everything works out fine.
That's
Ish,
how I
but-
see it going.
Ish.
That's how I see it going down.
Uh-huh. Your optimism is endearing,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was
I
there
think
something
everyone-
following that conjunction? Or?
I really tried. I couldn't.
Yep. Hard to argue with this, yeah.
Yeah, now that he's not a kobold, I'm inclined to agree with him.
If I said that sentence as a kobold, would you have disagreed?
I don't want to be interrogated right now.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Maybe I need to examine some inherent biases in the way that I see the world.
About him being a kobold? No, I don't think you do.
I mean, Hax was nice.
I mean, it's less of a matter
Completely
of what he.
insane.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I should clearly something wrong with her, but...
Not like
Just
the
so,
rest
like-
of us. No.
Yeah.
There's also a large gap in expecting your partner to come back at least similar to what you'd expect instead of an entirely different species. It's less about the kobold thing. It's just more.
It could be about the kobold thing. Short and scaly is a whole different.
It is a whole
Situation.
different thing.
I couldn't have lived like that.
You seem displeased, which is another factor. So
Yeah.
You guys make it back to the dock pretty quickly.
Alright, well, sir. Or what was this guy's name? Did he tell us?
I don't think
It
it
was
did.
said a,
He
it was
did
said
not.
a few times by the
But the other
guard
guy,
dude,
yeah,
but,
the guard.
I didn't
dude.
write it down because it was complicated sounding.
It was like they something, and that's all
I'm
I got.
sorry, what was your name?
Ah, Bezad Zand.
Yeah. I got they
Yes,
right.
Complicated sounding.
Eh.
A Shaviric name, yes.
Yes.
Well. Oh, you said you were from Almarna.
Yes.
Shit sucks there too, right?
Very much so.
of course.
Yeah, we're not super big fans of Ben Zakir either.
As you should not be.
I don't think anyone's a fan of his. I don't know why.
You know what? Let's just leave it at that for right now. I don't want this guy to think that we're in over our heads just yet.
I think we're past that point.
Well, someday we might want to kill him, but whatever.
That's true. That I do want to do.
I say that to him.
Uh,
I wish you all the best.
yeah,
Hey.
no kidding.
But first, this Demon Lord business, you know?
You must sort your priorities.
Yeah.
Yes, if we prioritize this and you have freedom to travel, perhaps there can be allies for the later priorities.
Let us take it one step at a time.
Yeah. Oh, right, because that place has Orcus.
It has undead, so
Or something, yes. It has undead problems. Yeah, this place sucks. But, we'll work on clearing it up.
I don't know that I have ever met somebody who is simultaneously as good and as bad at lying as you are.
Well,
It is.
This is an interesting
talent.
conundrum.
yeah,
What a strange person.
I know. I've been told that many a times.
I believe that.
Yep. Anywho, we're gonna be
I
on
am
our way, I
Buckles.
think.
Yes, okay.
He doesn't lie.
That I believe. You are welcome to make use of whatever resources you need to in the city.
Mighty kind of you.
Yeah, thank you.
I would be careful if you venture outside our waters.
Yeah, because the whirlpools.
And the tar stacks.
Do you think they'd just attack us on sight or something?
They have been known to.
Alright.
But who's to say? I do not know how you got here. But it was not by ship.
Yeah.
However you
Anyway,
are getting
going
around,
now.
avoid the whirlpools.
Noted.
We will.
You will live to regret it. Or you will not.
That feels right.
I am certain I will see you again. Hopefully it is under circumstances as friendly as these.
We hope so as well.
But if it is
Yeah.
not, then nice to know you.
Mm-hmm.
And even nicer to know me.
Well,
Get off my ship.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I packed you lunches for the road. How do you all feel about mayonnaise? It's not
Oh,
just
it's
mayonnaise, but it's... Okay, it's chicken salad. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, some, there you go. Very good.
Thank you.
No dairy. I am knowing that now.
Oh, it was really fine. I said no tomato, not no cheese.
Oh, well, I am not the good at here. I am very sorry. I am glad that I was giving you the cheese on the side then. You see, Jared always knows.
Of course.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
There is tomatoes in that.
That's fine. I don't care. I can remove it.
Very good, thank you. Just kind of like into your little sacks.
Well,
Oh. Oh.
Goodbye.
yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
You see the captain just kind of returns to the crowd and just keeps writing. He's just looking at you guys with one eye while he's just writing.
Well, we gotta side with this guy. We gotta go back with 2 Jareds.
Do I need 2 of them?
sandwiches.
I'd love to see what happens when we have them both meet.
sandwich competition.
Oh. Yes. Hey, maybe we should just take a tree.
To
Rhino's Eye, right? Or do we want to fly back into the...
if we're expecting him to be just sailing around, I don't know if waiting on Rhino's Eye is gonna.
Oh, that's true, because we'd have to wait a week.
He's yeah.
Never mind then.
And I also kind of like the idea of being near a tree, as it can be a one-round escape to anywhere if shit goes poorly.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Well, let's fly on down to Rhinos to start with and see where good old
Well,
Good old
let's
Sam.
see the town.
Oh, yeah, sure.
At the very least, we can buy a fuck ton of rope to tie ourselves to this platform if we're going to keep flying through the storm. Or
There
unless
is-
Millicent's backpack can cut lengths of rope. I
don't know about that.
don't know either.
We could just all tie ourselves to Millicent.
Hold on real tight.
That's never gone badly before.
Oh, yeah, not at all. It's a perfect plan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. My other rope's tied up with that guy still, I think, so I only have one rope, really.
What god?
Tied up guy.
What?
You know,
Oh, there's
the
one.
guy.
Yeah, look, that one guy.
Guy.
A while back.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe that was on your stealth mission where you strangled a man.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
this is the guy that I gooed to the door.
You by his face.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
That guy you
That guy.
killed.
Yeah. I
Light
prefer to
murder
phrase it as the guy that I go to adore.
by his face.
To death.
No, I don't add in that part when I say it.
Hmm.
I think it's important to add in that part.
I think that is important.
Well, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the town is pretty bare, but you can definitely get things that you would expect to find in sailing equipment, and this is just a pretty kind of rough and tumble group of folks who all seem to be chafing under the Tarstack rule, but who are friendly enough.
That rope.
You can
And
get
I
rope.
can't think of anything else we need. A drink.
There are definitely places to do that.
That's something else we need.
That would be good. I know we've been just gradually grabbing things, but like, do we need to care about rations? Are we just doing fine on that for now?
We got sandwiches.
You're right.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Who needs rations? A round of drinks.
A round of drinks. Yeah, you can find a plenty of watering holes around town that you can go grab a couple of pints at.
For you, Celeste. For me,
Thank you.
Millicent.
Yes.
Here's your water.
You can't have any. You're too young.
But I'm 17. I'm
One
old
more year,
enough.
Millicent. One more year on the road. Everyone
Fine.
does it.
Fine.
You have
Hey,
to spend
Millicent?
2 years on the road and then you can drink. That's the rules.
See, Millicent, this
that the
is
rules?
what you get for wanting them together. Now he's talking like Celeste. Before he gave you alcohol.
Are we gonna talk about that at all? Like, what?
Talk about what?
She called you her partner back there. It's like you guys are
Yeah.
opening a law firm.
It's just a generic. I mean, people use that
I
expression.
know,
before.
but I've heard it, but like I've never heard you use it to describe him before.
I know it's just new, and we haven't. I don't like
People
being
use a lot
interrogated
of words to
again.
describe me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've heard her use a lot of them, but never that one.
I don't know if this has to be a group discussion.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, but it was really entertaining to make it one.
No.
I'm so glad he entertained.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sure you are. Anyhow,
I live
how's
in
everyone?
a tree, man. Like
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
A sentient tree.
I mean, yeah, an important side note to be sure, but all right, well, I made it awkward. I'm gonna go back in
I
now.
don't have anything to add on this
Going
situation.
to
Yeah.
look at the rain again.
Okay.
There is no shortage.
Oh, Fred? Do you want to drink, Fred?
Whoa. Wait, Fred gets a drink and I don't get a drink?
I'm gonna get some water.
Oh. That makes more sense. Okay. I was gonna
I
raise
say as I'm like putting my cup away from Fred. Oh, Fred, water.
Fred, if you can't have it, if I can't have it, you can't have it.
Just looks at you.
Rules.
It is. I'd imagine an adult bird. Crow? Raven? I can't
yeah.
remember.
Fred, can you tap the table for how many years old you are? Fred, I know you're intelligent.
There's intelligence
make a
in knowing how to
wisdom check.
count.
Okay.
Oh?
He just starts tapping the table.
Oh,
Oh, I lost count. Wait.
wow.
That seems like many.
Fred?
Is that a piece of crumb over there?
I
No.
don't know if he's trying to get at something or if he's.
I mean, to be fair, I'm like 1,000 years old, so
Oh, is that right?
yeah.
Oh.
Technically
How
speaking.
about you, Dwayne?
Oh yeah, something around there. Like 738.
Oh, okay. Fred, you can
Oh.
stop. You can stop that, Fred. You're gonna be here forever. Fred, no. No, stop. Okay.
Feels looks up at you.
I put my drink closer to Fred. Hey, he's been more than 2 years.
What? We met Fred after!
You're tearing this family apart, Rook.
Oh, fine.
you become so
Listen, you can have my
uncool?
drink.
Yay.
I'm gonna go look at the friend with buckles.
He.
I down my drink.
You see, he's just like sitting on the ground and he's just like completely surrounded himself in like a mud bubble.
Buckles?
Oh.
Hi. Is this what you do outside at night?
Sometimes.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go back inside. Never mind. I just throw my back and I sit back down.
What was he doing? What was he doing? Something weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
Fucking buckles.
Barely
I love
tried.
Buckles so much. Oh.
Millicent, you have to drink all that water too.
Okay.
Okay, well, hang on.
Make a con save.
Yeah.
It's a lot of water to go, or a lot of liquid to go into the stomach at once.
You're fine.
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Just
not
a
very
top
good.
guy.
It's rum, probably.
It's sweet
How,
enough.
how was it, Millicent?
It was pretty sweet, actually. I like this one a lot more.
Hmm.
And what is this called again? I
What,
like
the
more
rum?
of it. Yeah, a rum. I like more of
Oh.
that.
Oh, yes.
Can I
But
have
we
another
have to order it.
Yeah, can we order another one?
Well, I think one is fine to start with, you know.
Yeah, I think one is fine to start with, and also I think eventually your mom is going to teleport at some point directly to us and just slap us across the face. So.
Oh, do you think
Yeah,
your
she's
mom
on-
can't? Yeah, do you think your mom can't see her through the crab right now because we're in the alternate dimension?
Yeah, we're fine.
I don't know. This woman will just. I just have a fear of her.
I don't think she likes me.
I don't think she likes any of it. Well, excluding Millicent. She's not a fan of the rest of us.
She's not a fan of the rest of us, but especially Rook.
Can't imagine why.
I can. Not that anyone asked.
Didn't even take that much considering.
I mean, of course it didn't. Like,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of vignettes just played in my head immediately after you said that. Literally, we were just talking about that rope 5 seconds ago.
That is true. That was just now.
Hey, so what the fuck are we
Yeah.
doing, guys?
What?
Well,
Like, after this, what's our plan?
You mean after Ben Baphomet?
No, I mean, like, what is the plan for that?
Oh. I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, just hearing this guy's side of the story. Alright. So here's immediately what my mind went to. I think maybe we make this guy fucking pirate king around here.
I
I
mean,
don't have a problem with that.
We get rid of Ben. We put this guy up top. He helps us kill all the demon lord stuff, and then he helps us over at Almarna, right?
Well, I don't know if he wants to go to Almarna. I mean,
Oh, that's a little ways down the, you know.
Collecting allies wouldn't be a bad thing while we're on this side. There's going to be a lot to do.
I think this guy would be a great ally.
I also think as much of a... I'm giving benefit of the doubt again. But I feel like we should figure out what the deal is with Ben before taking
Yes.
any action.
I mean,
Yes,
even if the plan becomes to eliminate him, either way, we have to go talk to him first. So
Yeah. So that's step one.
we have to find him.
Find Ben, talk to Ben. If Ben's a bad man,
Kill
then
him?
we leave. Then we
Well-
leave Ben for like 5 seconds, and I come back into his room and I stab him in the neck.
There's
why don't I
also
just
going to
slice
be...
his head off.
What?
I could just slice his head off right then and there.
But there's also consequences to these actions. The tar stacks are apparently the big bad in this world, and they might be a pain in our ass.
Yeah, they might
Byron
not
will
like
probably
that.
Not take kindly to his grandson suddenly alivened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we capture him?
I don't think he'd like that either.
Might like it a little
We
more,
can
I
leverage
guess. But
something.
He'd like it a little, yeah. Like
We'd-
a little more, that's true.
Beat
We'd
his
still
ass and
be-
ship him home.
There's that. We'd still make
What?
ourselves known enemies to the tar stacks, where currently we're kind of like out of their radar. They don't even know we exist yet.
Well, that's gonna have to come up at some point.
I mean, sure, but like if we can extend that time period, it'd be good.
I mean, they don't have to know it's us. It could be that guy that's doing it, not us.
It's the
Well-
ex-high priestess and a robot in a tree. The
2 robots.
If
Well,
they get time
not
to get
anymore.
word back on that, yeah. Maybe only some of us go talk to Ben.
Maybe, but
So
And then
here's a
when it-
stupid idea.
Yeah.
We could go back to the other place and get that Ben and bring him here.
I love it.
and
to
just
what avail?
I don't
we
know.
kill this Ben,
Fun.
and then we replace it with other Ben.
and we take away the leader of the war effort on our
Whatever,
side.
he's
And
For a couple of
He's got his
days.
Dad. He's got his dad up there.
I mean, the other, well, so part of it, I know we're having a lot of fun here with demon lords and everything, but like, there's
Yes,
things happening over there
yeah.
too.
Yes.
or
We have Ben come to this side of our Ben and have him, like, write a little thing or something, or say to his grandpappy, like, hey, fuck you, Dad, I'm out of here,
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a good idea or not because I haven't seen this version yet, but I am just saying.
Yeah.
Up until now, we have been operating under the assumption that the Institute is the only way back, but I think we know now that it's not.
Yep.
Yes.
Just might be worth considering.
Yeah.
Factoring that into the calculus.
I was just thinking after this guy, we hop on back.
I don't want to go back to that side with the strangle gem. I want
That's
to
a
get
good
rid
point.
Of that.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, no.
Like it's
this
like we were
is
saying earlier. Like, at least deal with one of them to get rid of that stupid gem that's been sitting in our bag for way too long.
Yeah, when we go to big old whirlpool land, we huck it in there, whatever.
It sounds
And
like
then
in
we
order
kill
to
that
do that,
one.
we have to kill a bunch of shit around the islands first.
We have to
Well,
kill
yeah.
all the ones.
Which we can do. I'm just kind of anxious to get back over there and, eventually go deal with Demon Deer, but
I agree. I worry how long we have
That's
to
fair.
get our
That's
people out.
But we have a lot of things that are apparently very urgent, so...
Yeah.
Because
People are
a
dying
bunch of
everywhere
demon
because-
lords coming out of the earth is also not great.
Mm-mm.
I just want to make sure that when we're discussing our priorities, we remember that there are more things available to us than there were last week.
That's true. Resources on both sides.
I think we came here with the original intent of dealing with Baphomet and using that as a way to get rid of the gems, and we got sidetracked by interesting things because this area is weird.
Which, you know, and it ties in, probably, but
Yeah. I think dealing with Baphomet is definitely going to be a much longer dealing of a demon lord than Gem Buddy.
well, right, but we would be dealing with two, theoretically, right? So,
We kill all the seals, throw Baphomet into the hole, or throw Frost into the Baphomet hole, and we're good, maybe? I don't know.
ideally,
Yeah, I just think that taking care of all the seals is going to take us a long ass time.
probably.
Depending on how badly each one goes, it could be a matter of weeks.
Yep.
Or it could be
A
one
long-ass
day. I mean, we
time.
really have no idea what manner of thing they
How
are.
bad could crabs be?
Wanna go find out?
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a case of it sounds silly and goofy, and then we go there and it's absolutely abysmal.
No, I'm sure it's just giant crabs. It sounds pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds terrible.
Actually, that sounds horrible. But, hey, what are they gonna do? We're gonna be on a little ship. We just, huck some stuff at them, right? No problem.
Yeah, as long as they don't hurt the ship.
Well, then we'd be really fucked.
Or we could just fly above them, can't we? Crabs don't fly. Not last time I checked.
I don't know the rules with demon crabs. Maybe they spit at us. I don't fucking know how this works.
Well, you wanna go find out?
Maybe they have, like, detachable claws that...
That sounds horrible.
Do we want to deal with the crabs first, or do we want to go find Ben first? Or do we want to go to the other side of the timeline?
Yeah. How important it is for us to talk to this Ben? Like, what are we hoping to gain from that?
I just want to see if he's actually evil or not.
Well,
Yes.
cause I'm like, if we're just gonna go around, like, we should probably just kill the demons. If we run into Ben, we run into Ben.
I agree with that. Just going to suggest the same thing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, if we start going around and doing that shit, we're gonna be making waves, right? So, eventually he's
that's
gonna
true.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think we'd just be wasting time looking for Ben where we could just start killing demons.
Yeah.
Can we just say that we save the bugs for last? The bugs are always the worst.
Well, what about whatever's in Alakash?
Yeah, another madness situation is
That
gonna go
does
very
sound
poorly.
worse.
I vote we start with crabs or dinosaurs.
I think
Yeah.
crabs are dinosaurs.
Or the
for
weird
now.
woodland creatures, whatever the fuck that is.
You know,
I think
I'm-
crab.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with rather like focusing on the whole crab situation
Okay.
first.
Crabs, then dinosaurs. We'll go from there.
Woodland creatures.
We have crabs and Tarmarad, madness and Alakash, bugs and Hell's Eye. He rattled a lot off. Did anybody catch the rest?
Dinosaurs
north,
up
west?
between
Mhm.
Doldrum, Rocinante, and Remnant.
Okay.
And then woodland creatures between Courthouse, Sanders Drift, and Fletcher's Point.
I kind of know some woodland creatures.
So, crabs?
Crabs,
Right?
dinosaurs,
Dinosaurs, woodland creatures.
woodland creatures.
They're kind of all close enough-ish.
Yeah.
It's all within a matter of a day or so of flying. But let's figure out seatbelts. I don't want to waste magic
Yeah.
on saving people from falling off a boat.
Yeah.
Me either. Let's do it. Everyone get your rope.
Guys, collect your ropes and things. head back to the guard tower nearby which your airship is parked. And we can go ahead and probably stop there.
Yeah.
Because it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we will not be here next week.
Yeah.
We will be here in 2 weeks on the 21st of June for Giant Enemy Crab.
Yeah. Next session, 2 battles.
Or 3
Maybe.
or 4 or 5.
Or 3.
See how long they take.
Yeah.
See, I already know what they all are, so. Some of them are. Your inclination is correct. The bugs are the worst.
That just seems to be the
I had a
case.
feeling.
I just love them.
Righty.
I just.
Maybe
I
we should
hate it.
start with that while we have all of our resources and then do the dumber shit after.
Who's to say? You guys can figure that out over the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
And until then, we'll see you.